Hello, everybody, and welcome to the season 26 World Series. You're going to have some echo there. I forgot to mute the stream. So we'll start over. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PBE Season 26 World Series. I am your host, Danny B. Broadcasting alongside me in the booth, it's Leatherneck Mike.
Hey, everybody, what's up?
We are super excited to be bringing you another World Series here.
Yes, indeed.
Infinite echo stream, please. I would have a really hard time casting if we did that, Pirate Captain Dom. Oh, I don't know how to hype this up. I mean, it feels like it hypes itself up, but I hear you've got some words for us.
Did I have words for us?
I don't know. I never know.
It's me you're talking to right now, but I do have to say that we are here again at the apex of the season 26 season, the mountaintop, before we fall into the offseason. And before we fall into that offseason, we have to do this. We have to do Detroit, and we have to do Outer Banks, the winners of the Legends and Champions Conference, respectively, but only one of them can come out as champion. The New York Voyagers won it last season. Let's see who wins it this year. Interesting thing about this World Series, we are guaranteed a brand new world champion. Neither one of these teams has ever won a World Series title before. We are guaranteed to have a new winner in the pro baseball experience after this series is over. Series goes 7 games. First to 4 is your champion. In case you don't know how 7-game series works. Aviators and the Demons. Danny, while we have some time, let's go see how we got here.
Alrighty. We'll hop into our regularly scheduled programming here. I actually need just a moment. I have a fancy new overlay I literally just received that I would like to put up if I can find my overlay. There it is. We're going to hit browse. Boom. What do you like that? How do you like that, people? We got that Commissioner's Cup, or as I like to call it, the hummus bowl right there.
Thank you to the graphics department. They have many great things for us. Like I said, Danny, let's look at how we got here.
Is this the screen you want for that?
I want the playoff tree.
Alrighty.
We do this every season. You'd think he'd know how to do it by now.
I am nothing without my co-host. You know, this is known.
So in the first round, we had the Demons in the apex. Detroit reverse sweeps. That's how they on number 1. Sarasota up into the Rougarous of New Orleans. I'm sure New Orleans won't mind me reliving that one for them. And then your conference final on the Champions side was 2 teams from the Champions East. As expected, Sarasota and Detroit. On the opposite side, Vancouver put up a fight, but OBX moved on. The Voyagers dispatched of San Antonio fairly easy. And then there was your Legends, New York and Outer Banks. 4-2 and 4-3. Detroit, the game fresher, although everyone's had a week off, so the only thing that could matter is some rust. It went to 7, but Outer Banks won by very, not controversial, but we shall say interesting means. One of the best defenders in the PBE making critical errors at the worst time to send the Aviators on to the World Series. And for Detroit, 2 early wins. 2 very good early wins propelled them the rest of the way. They split the final 4, but that's all you need to do when you're up 2-0. They win 4-2. So we come to Detroit and Outer Banks.
Indeed.
And Danny, I think that this is going to be an interesting series. It's going to be an interesting series in a couple of manners. These are 2 very good baseball teams. One of them pitches they both do. They both pitch incredibly well. And I think for both of them, their hitting is not necessarily their 100% strength. I think their pitching is better. You've got on the one side for Outer Banks, Ray's Funk, who gets the ball in game 1, had an incredible season. If not for Tom Schu's Triple Crown, may have actually had MVP votes, first place for that matter. And then Detroit, Molly Mitchell, Ricky Vaughn was a Cy Young candidate, a Pitcher of the Year candidate. Fantastic pitching over on the Detroit side as well, along with a good bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, there's very few top four rotations in the league that can compare really with either of these teams. I know the Demons. Molly Mitchell has always kind of been up there as one of the best pitchers in the league. Ricky Vaughn taking that huge leap forward this season, having the season of his career to help propel the Demons here. There's that old adage, right? Pitching and defense is what will get the job done. Defense doesn't slump, and both these teams have really embraced, I think, that pitching and defense fundamental, which is what brings them both to the World Series. I don't think either of these teams is slugging numbers are gonna make your eyes roll out of your head or anything, but they were good enough to get the job done. When your pitching staff holds the other team to 3, maybe 4 runs, it makes it a lot easier for a weaker offense to win some games. We do have a lot
and
of
another thing
go ahead.
I want to point out is, and we saw this, early control and consistent control of home has been critical for a lot of teams in the PBE. Something interesting to point out, in the all-time matchups between the Demons and the Aviators, the road team has won more than the home team. So, in all-time matchups, the road team has played better in the series between the two. Their head-to-head record 19 wins to the Demons, 17 to Outer Banks. So rather interesting that the road team wins and Detroit has more, and they will have more road games in this series.
Yes, they will.
3 of the last 7 matchups between the two teams ended in walk-offs. And finally, one final note, if Outer Banks wins, that will be the last of the originals to win a championship. The last of your 2017 original teams.
Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming for these Aviators. Some of these guys who've been around for a long time, some who haven't been around for so long. So, some interesting storylines in the game. Danny B, Haywood Dinkle, and Dub City were all teammates for the last State College World Series run, and they were able to get it done. So it'll be interesting to see those 3 go head-to-head here. Tex Walker is a younger PBE player, but has already kind of achieved some historic milestones, it feels like. Tex Walker with that big walk-off hit in the championship series.
Yeah, I think this will be a good, exciting series. And we won't waste too much time getting to it. But before we do, Danny, I think we should set the stage a little bit more. Let's set your lineups for game 1. We'll start out with the road team, the Detroit Demons. They head into Outer Banks.
So for the Detroit Demons, it's going to be Ben stacking paper leading things off. He's playing center field, having himself a decent season. Behind him, it's Victor Herrera, the third baseman. Scott Poe at the designated hitter spot, and behind him is Haywood Dinkle at first base for the Demons. Stretch Armstrong, the shortstop, will bat 6th. Behind him, Danny B. Danny B is batting 6th. Stretch Armstrong 5th. I can count. Danny B at second base. The left fielder, Nicholson Dimes, 314 on the season. He's had a career year too. Joe Burrow, the the Wild Card Series MVP, at catcher, batting 8th. And to close out the Demons lineup, it's going to be the right fielder, Stanley Yelnats. He had some stunning defensive plays, both with the glove and with that cannon of an arm in right field in that championship series.
I'll take the OBX side if you don't mind as we move on to the Aviators.
All right. I have it up on stream. You're good to go.
I will say, by the way, thank you 209 Tacos for our phenomenal graphics tonight. Here's your Aviators lineup. This is how they line them up from left to right, starting with the outfield. Arno Drankenberg occupies left. Tyler Swift up the middle in center field. Mike Latoris is going to be in the right field corner. Dub City is at third base. Linus Riverboat is at short. Tex Walker at second. Klaus Bergen Cannon at first. Dan Halen is behind the dish. Your DH is Hunter Geist, and here's how they line them up in the order. It's Mike Latoris batting leadoff. City at second. Bergen Cannon at third in the lineup. Arno Drachenberg is your cleanup for the World Series, at least for game one. Dan Halen, fifth, is your catcher, as I mentioned. Geist, your DH, hit sixth. Riverboat hit 303. He is at short. Swift and Walker, center and second, rounds out your order. So we mentioned the battery mates. Now let's mention who's the other side of the battery. So Dan Halen will catch Ray's Funk, the left-hander. Did not lose a start this season. 18-0, a 2.24 ERA, a .96 WHIP, 10K per nine. And Danny, I think really what you're going to have to do if you are Outer Banks, or if you're Detroit, I should say. If you are Detroit, you need to beat Ray's Funk one time. I think it is very safe to say that you may see him three times. You have to beat him one of the first two. It is very hard to believe that you can beat him in game 7 if you lose to him in 1 and 4. You are guaranteed to see these two twice because we run 3-man playoff rotations. It's 1 and 4, and then 7 if necessary. Beat Ray's Funk here or beat him in game 4, or you have no chance. Because you have two other good, really, really good OBX starters to contend with in 2, 3, 5, 6. So beating Ray's Funk once is at least once is my big keep. That's going to be incredibly difficult. He hasn't lost a start this season.
Yeah, you mentioned this season, and I believe that extends into the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So he's really not been dealt a loss since the days of season 25. That's kind of the thing about this 2-4-2, 2 home games for the Aviators, then 3 away in Detroit, then 2 home. I really feel like if the visiting team can steal one of these first 2 games, with the 3 games at home coming on the back of it, there's a really good chance for them to build momentum and get to 3 or even 4 wins at home.
And it's why personally I'm not a fan of 2-3-2. I don't like 2-3-2. Because then split 1 and home field goes the other way, which is not what it's supposed to be. It should be 2-2 and then singles the rest of the way personally, but regardless.
And you mentioned beating Ray's Funk as your key to the game. For me, I think it's take one of these first 2 games, win the best of 3 series at home, get 2 of those 3 games, and then you have 2 games away to sneak out a win, either with Molly Mitchell or Kid Carsey on the mound. So I think if Detroit wins one of these 2, wins that best of 3, and heads back to Outer Banks with just 1 game needed to win, I think they put themselves in a really great position to close it out.
Catcher for Detroit, we'll go to them now. Joe Burrow is behind the dish with Molly Mitchell, righty catching lefty. The lefty Mitchell, 12-6 on the year, 341, a 1.18 whip. Age 27, the fireballer, former strikeout leader, is going to get the start. Are you surprised at all this isn't Ricky Vaughn?
I think
because I would argue Vaughn has had the better season, and I want the better season 3 times. Detroit has elected to go for Mitchell.
I agree that Ricky Vaughn has been the better pitcher this season, but historically he hasn't been. If you look back 5-6 seasons, you'll see Molly Mitchell has been just a pillar of consistency, and when you get to the biggest stage like this, you want that consistency. I agree Tardis is probably the hotter pitcher, but I would count on Molly here to, if nothing else, leave Detroit in a position to win the game. Go 5 or 6 innings, 3 runs at most is my prediction for Molly Mitchell. I've probably just jinxed that. Let me knock on my wood here.
I think, Danny, the deciding factor in this series, I think personally, my analyst opinion, OBX is going to win this series in probably 5 games. I think their pitching is better. And more importantly, they don't have as many holes in the lineup, because say what you will about Detroit and them winning this first 2 series, we still have the fact that Scott Poe has drastically underperformed and only hit 229 the entire season. Danny's only hit 232, and Stanley Yelnats has only hit 235. Stack and paper, your leadoff guys hit 242 the entire season. It's going to be incredibly difficult to win a World Series with only one guy at a 900 OPS or above, and it's only 900. And it's also going to be incredibly difficult to win a World Series with guys that can't get on base more than 25% of the time, not just in one spot, but spread throughout that lineup. OBX on the other side, yeah, they have three guys hitting under 250. They're at the bottom of the lineup, 6, 8, and 9. And now, yeah, that can cause you some problems, as we've seen many a times. But still, you have 1 through 5 that's consistent. You get one hit out of the bottom. You got good chances at the top. Detroit's issues are spread all over. So strategically, I think OBX is your better team here. But we will see what happens. Detroit, I did not have them making it here. They are here. OBX didn't have them making it here again. They made it here.
I agree.
Maybe this is the year that OBX sheds the choker label.
But I think Detroit can get it done. I do have them being here, and I will say chat is getting impatient. So if you have a final word, I'll leave it to you, and then we'll get in this.
No, I just say who do you want to call the first game?
I'll leave it to you. I think you can take game 1. How's that sound?
All right. We'll go to the island in game 1 of the World Series. So wind's coming right to left here in Outer Banks in front of a packed out house. Nearly 60,000 people in Outer Banks
I have the game
for Ray's Funk.
Blowing my ears up. That's better. Here we go.
Second pitch of the ball game to Ben Stack and Paper. He will ground to third. Dub City hooks up with Klausberg, and Cannon OBX is going to want a lot of that, a lot of ground balls. Herrera will step up to the plate. 370 in these playoffs, 5 RBIs and 9 stolen bases. First pitch of the at-bat to Herrera. Ground ball to short. That is Riverboat over to Cannon at first. Here's the 3-1 to Scott Poe, lifted in the air to left. And that's a flyout. Scott Poe, a guy who struggled in the regular season, but he knows how to hit in the postseason. 319, a home run, and 15 RBIs. And now here comes the Outer Banks lineup. A lot more stolen bases up and down this lineup as Molly Mitchell walks Mike Latoris down to first base. Here's the 2-2 to Dub City, and it's Mike Latoris who's going to steal second. Count 3-2 to City. 3-2 to Dub City. That is lifted into center field and is going to be caught. Latoris will head to third for Klausberg and Cannon. Here's the 0-2 to Bergen. Cannon right in front of the catcher, Joe Burrow. Runner does not advance. 0-1 to Drockenberg. Arno is going to get the first round of the World Series in. OBX leads game 1, 1-0. 101 from Molly Mitchell. Couldn't get it past Drockenberg, who fights the baseball off for a single. Here's the 1-1 to Dan Halen. This is lifted into left. Nickels and Dimes makes the grab. And 1-0 based on one hit. Here's the 3-1 from Ray's Funk to Haywood Dinkle. He'll walk to first base. Not a stolen base threat. Absolutely none of those in this postseason. 3-2 to Stretch Armstrong. Struck him out. There goes Armstrong down. And it's Danny B. He struggled in the postseason. He will fly out to second. Pop out, rather. Here's the 3-1 to Nickels and Dimes. He grounds out to the second baseman. A little bit busy there for Tex Walker. Grabs 2 baseballs, delivers 2 outs. Do we see Walker bat in the next inning? We could if they get one runner on. Here's 2-2 to Hunter Geist to start off the bottom of the second with a strikeout. Molly Mitchell's first. The strikeout specialist needs to do a lot of that if Detroit is going to win this game. Riverbolt grounds out here Swift to 3-0. Tyler Swift walks on down to first, and here is Tex Walker. The switch hitter hitting .238 in the postseason with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, but weakly grounds out to second base. Second on second crime. HO member on HO member crime. Burrow, Yelnats and Stack and Paper. Funk delivers to Joe Burrow. He will lift this into center for a flyout. Here's the 1-2 to Stanley Yelnats. Strike 3. Goodbye. Set him down. Raise Funk with 2 Ks. Now Stack and Paper. The 3-0. And he's going to walk to first. None of those were near the strike zone. Fourth pitch was probably the closest. Here's Herrera. First, we're going to see Stack and Paper trying to steal second. He is safe. Cutter at the knees. Deep for the catcher. Couldn't get there. Victor Herrera back up the middle into center field. This is going to score Stack and Paper.
Tie game.
It is 1-1. And now Victor Herrera takes off for second. He's safe. Scott Poe. Poe back up the middle. That's another base hit. Will they send Herrera? Yes, they will. It is 2-1.
Couple of huge stolen bases.
Detroit takes the lead off the running game. 2-1 to Haywood Dinkle. Shallow right center ends the inning. Here's the 1-2 to Mike Latoris. Molly Mitchell struck him out right down the middle. Froze him on a cutter. Here's the 3-2 to Dub City. That's a walk deep inside. You can see there the sixth ball almost in the other batter's box. Dub City taking off for a second is safe. Lot of running gonna be. A lot of running usually in these playoffs, and Cosbergen Cannon is gonna make Dub City run all the way home. It's 2-2. Bergen Cannon on second for Drockenberg, who grounds, not out, but gets that on an infield, or they call that an infield single or an error on a shortstop stretch Armstrong. Oh, what a throw from Joe Burrow.
They did call it a single, but amazing cannon from Joe there.
Dan Halen, week 1 to center, caught by stacking paper. That might have saved a run.
Yeah, I
the
think
throw
so.
from Joe Burrow.
Enough.
The 1-2 to Stretch Armstrong. Struck him out. Let up an infield single and then strike out. Not a good inning for Stretch Armstrong. Strike out Danny B. Here's Nichols and Dimes. 2-2. That is a weak base hit over the first baseman's head, so we're going to get a runner on. 10 stolen bases for Dimes. I would assume he's off. Yep, he's off and running right away. Throw from Halen is late. Here's Burrow. Still at the dish. 1-2. Burrow struck him out. Went deep inside, jammed him up at the hands with a fastball. Blew it right by him. 5 Ks for Funk. It's 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Week 1, Armstrong delivers to first base, and there's an out. 3-0 will walk Linus Riverboat. Here's Swift, hitting only 130 in the playoffs. That's going to go even lower. There's a strikeout. Here's Tex Walker, the 1-0. Walker shoots this into the right field corner. That is going to be a really hard play for Yelich to get this back in time, and he's not going to. That is a triple. Tex Walker gets it done. 3-2 Outer Banks.
Questionable defensive decision there to throw to third.
Mike Latoris, this is into the gap, and it's going to be 4-2. Latoris to second, rounding, heading for third. The throw not in time. Back-to-back trippers. And it's 4-2. The 1-2 to Dub City is into right center field. That's a single. It's 5-2, and it's fallen apart on Molly Mitchell with 2 away. And she's done. It's Duckworth Lewis, and immediately Cosbergen Cannon with the cannon shot to left field. 407 feet over the fence. That's gone. It's 7-2. The 1-2 to Drockenberg. Duckworth Lewis ends the inning with a K. A very, very bad fourth for Detroit. You need to start chipping back or get Ray's Funk out of the ballgame on pitch count. It's about the only thing you can do now. Ben Stacking Paper will try and chip away into center field here. He's going to get a double on a first pitch of his at-bat. Here's
Went up and
Herrera.
got that one, I should say, too.
This is the third time as Herrera reaches an infield single. Third time through the order for Funk. The 1-2 to Scott Poe. Watches it go right by him. Struck him out. Called a strike. Little questionable there. Might have been low and in. But nobody from Detroit's complaining after they get a gift from Tex Walker. Bobbled the ball, so Dinkle will get an RBI. They do call it an error, actually, so no RBI for Dinkle there. Stretch Armstrong into center. Detroit gets Wood back, 7-3. Thought maybe that wouldn't be an error because of the earlier call, but sometimes this official scorer changes his mind. So Duckworth Lewis now gets working in the fifth, and this is very critical for the Demons. I don't know how that you win this game without Duckworth Lewis, without some superhuman 3-inning performance. Otherwise, you're just set back for the rest of the series. Halen's on second, Geist is on first on back-to-back singles for Linus Riverboat. He's going to bunt to the pitcher, second and third, one away for Tyler Swift, the left-hander. Don't know if I'd have bunted there with Swift the lefty not hitting well coming up, but he makes me eat my words, as that's an RBI single. Outer Banks has played 5 halves of hitting for them. They have scored in 4 of them. Tex Walker will ground into the double play, so they get the top of the order in a 6th. For Detroit, we see 6, 7, 8, 9 in the 6th. 3-2 to Danny B. He's 0 for 2. He is going to be 0 for 3.
Dropped.
Now nickels and dimes into center field. Easy play for Swift, much easier than the last one. Here's Burrow, the 1-2 to Joe. Right field. Every outfielder's going to see action. Oh no! Latoris dropped the ball. Wow. That was awful. Mike Latoris' glove, and now Stanley Yelnats is going to take it deep. Punished. Errors will cost you games and series, and it costs OBX 2 runs. You're thanking the heavens for that 4th if you're an aviator right now. Race Funk has given up 4 earned.
Shout out Mike Latoris.
Or they're going to call it 2 earned. I guess they'll give both to the error, which I think is interesting. Home run. 8-5 your score. Detroit gets 2 back. They have scored in half the frames of offense they've had. Latoris pops out behind second. Strikeout, Dub City. Duckworth Lewis, again, he's got to get clean quick. Could have a clean inning here. Klausberg and Cannon strikes out looking. What they needed, a clean inning from the bullpen. 7th we wander. 8-5 Outer Banks. The 2-1 to Herrera from Domenico Pozo, who's now in the ball game. So Funk's day is done. He gave up 5 earned. Scott Poe is going to strike out to Pozo. Here's Dinkle. The 1-1 to Haywood. Dinkle gets that one past the shift right under Tex Walker's legs. That's a base hit. Stretch Armstrong up down. The 1-1 to Armstrong. That is caught by Pozo. Jumped off the mound and got it. Stabbed out of the air. Stretch time in Outer Banks. And Drockenberg strikes out to Tim Galvin. Galvin on the mound in the World Series. Dan Halen singles off of him. Here's Hunter Geist. The 1-1 to Geist. That is second. Oh, no, it's booted. Booted by Armstrong. Could have been a double play. 0-2. That is ripped right at third. Good catch from Herrera. Sure-handed. Getting the catch from Riverboat's Rocket. And Swift flies out to left. The error does not cost him. Let's go to the 8th. Danny, Nicholson, and Joe. Here's the 3-0 to Danny B. He swings, perhaps unwisely, and pops out. Here's Nicholson. Dimes, the 3-2. He strikes out. Dimes did not have to swing at that one. That was ball 4. If he would have held his bat up. Here's Joe Burrow. Grounds out to third. And we are running out of chances if you're a Demons fan. Only got 3 more of them. And you got to keep the lead where it is first to probably have a decent chance. Walker lines out. Here's Latoris. Latoris, center field. Nice grab. Dive and catch by Stacking Paper. 3-2 to Dub City. Struck him out. So it's going to be your corners and your center fielder. Yelnats, Stacking Paper, and your hot corner Herrera going to have to get something going in the night. Flame McDonald is in the ballgame for Outer Banks, and he flames out Stanley Yelnats on a fastball at 99. Here's the 0-2 to Stacking Paper. Beats him again. 98 on the radar gun. Keeping everything down in the zone of the Stacking Paper at bat. Here's Herrera, the 1-2. Victor Herrera strikes out. Flame McDonald brings the gas, nothing but it, and strikes out the side. So OBX takes game 1.
Yeah,
another win for the 77-win team.
That's a way to get a save in the World Series. You strike out the side in order. Don't give the Demons any chance, anything to get excited about late.
Every 88 aviator, except for Linus Riverboat, gets a hit. Although Riverboat got a walk, so we did reach base, so they all reached base. Detroit, 7 hits in 4 RBIs, 5 runs is what you can hope off of Race Funk. I think Detroit did what they could against Race Funk. They did exactly what they need to. Molly Mitchell and Duckworth Lewis just didn't pick up what they needed to. Mitchell got blown up 3 2/3, 6 earned, 4 walks. Hurt that pretty bad. Then Lewis 2 1/3, Galvin 2 flat, Funk 6 innings, 2 earned, 5 runs total. Pozo the hold, McDonald the save, Cosburn and Cannon your player of the game. We mentioned pitching and defense, Danny. 3 errors in this one.
Yeah, 3 errors, two for the Aviators, one for the Demons. Demons were able to take advantage of some of those errors, but not enough of an advantage. I don't think all the runs were earned for Detroit, so I don't think the Aviators ended up taking advantage of that error at short. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our the Discord here in case there's any changes. GMs, please get your changes in. Gonna go ahead and
I think
advance
this pretty much makes game 4 a must-win for Detroit.
the day here.
Because, like I said, you're not going to face Funk 3 times. If you face Funk the third time, you're in a lot of trouble. But
Aviators have a change.
you beat him 1 out of 2, you might be all right.
Oops. What did I just do? Beaumont to long relief. And middle relief secondary. Done. Do we have any Demons changes, or are we letting it ride? Give them a minute. Like I said, I think if you're Detroit, you just kind of got to shake that one off. If you can win game 2, I really think you still have the advantage in this series with the 3 games at home. Simo says, Danny, just leave the stream. Okay. Let Mike take this. He doesn't want anything to change. I think a little same seats adage there, hoping for OBX to get some wins. I will say this postseason, the casters have lost. Their teams have lost every game that they've casted, so hoping to break that mold, but we'll see what happens. Still not seen anything from the Demons, so I think we can at least get into this manage game screen here. Pitching matchup on this one's going to be Ricky Vaughn versus Walker Cato. If you look at their records over the seasons, Ricky Vaughn has been a little bit better. He's got a lower ERA, a lower whip, much higher strikeout per 9. Although to go with that, he's walked more per 9. He's been a little wild, so maybe a key to the game here for the Aviators is to lay off some of those pitches outside the zone. What about a drunk bear? That's basically what I am, unconfident. I'm a Brew City drunk bear. I think we've given the Demons enough time. I know why don't we do... Is anyone around who can do predictions? I ran a prediction on that last one, but I'd rather not try to run the predictions while I run the stream as well. And actually, what I do need to do is save the game here. I don't know. Can anyone in the chat tell me, did they even close out the prediction? It was Ray's Funk did go deeper than Molly Mitchell. Looks like My Name is James is going to take it over. It never got closed. Yeah. Rays went significantly deeper, so you can go ahead and give those points to the Rays voters. Prediction result is Rays. Excellent. And now if we can get a new prediction going, we probably can just do for the whole series more or less, who will win. I'm partial to the will Danny B get his first World Series hit in this game, personally. I wouldn't mind that prediction, but I don't know how chat would enjoy that. The answer is probably no, if you're a betting man. Total home runs, over, under 1.5. That prediction going for another 45 seconds. Looks like people are already smashing the over. The over's got 12K, the under has 0. So some easy money to be made if you want to hit the under. I think people recognizing maybe that Ricky Vaughn as a flamethrower is prone to giving up the long ball. So that's the thing about throwing 100 is you can just turn that ball around. It's going to have some of its own carry on it. We're now at 15K to 1K. But of course, if that 1K wins, they take all 15K. If the 15K wins, they're going to get about 100 channel points off of it. And as that winds down, Mike, do you have anything you want to say before I get us into this? Gonna take that as a no. Let me get everything ready, and here we go. Ricky Vaughn going to be pitching to Mike Latoris. I probably should have checked one last time. There's still no activity in that server. Ben Stacking Paper going to roll one over to short. He's out. Victor Herrera stepping in. Goes the opposite way with this. Hits it over to second, and it's handled. To get him, here's Haywood Dinkle. Oh, I'm sorry. It was bobbled? That must have been an error that let Victor Herrera reach. He's going to go ahead and steal the base, too. So an opportunity here for Dinkle to drive in a run. Hit that to right field. They won't test it. 2 outs, not much to be gained. Second versus third. That's going to be a passed ball, though. That'll advance Herrera over to third base, and if Nicholson Dimes can just put this in play, it'll be a run, but he can't. He's going to strike out, swinging at a pitch on the outside corner there. Mike Latoris in now. And we're going to have a passed ball here, so passed balls for both catchers. And a runner on second with no outs, a full count for Ricky Vaughn. He walks Dub City. Here's Klaus Bergen Cannon with a chance to drive in a run. Takes strike 3. Drachenberg now, but first we'll have a double steal attempt, and Joe Burrow not able to cut him down, so both will steal successfully. There goes the double play, and they'll walk Drachenberg. So bases juiced, 1 out for Ricky Vaughn here. He's going to need to bring it in, or this could get bad. And that falls. It looks like the left fielder maybe misread it because he went out, and it fell in front of him. That's an ugly way to give up the first run of the series. I'm sorry, the first run of this game, as Hunter Geist swings at one outside. Here's Linus Riverboat grounding out to the first baseman. He's going to race him to the bag. So with the bases juiced in 1 out, the Demons do give up 1 run on a single to left field by, I believe that was Dan Halen. But they get through.
Gargantuan for Detroit to only give up 1 in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely huge for Ricky Vaughn to settle down. I hope he can continue that. Scott Poe going to check in with a single. Here's Stretch Armstrong. He's going to strike out. Danny B, still searching for his first World Series hit, is going to strike out. And Stanley Yelnats in now. He will strike out. So after giving up the leadoff single, Walker Cato goes strikeout, strikeout, strikeout to retire the next 3 in order. Here's Tyler Swift. He'll hit one. He looks like he got under that. The center fielder racing back on it. Gets it just shy of the warning track. Here's the big stick of Tex Walker, and Tex Walker's going to put that one into right field into the gap for a double. Sliding double. She could have stood. I'm sorry, he could have stood. The user is female, but Tex himself is a male. And Tex will grab that bag on Joe Burrow, stealing third base. Mike Latoris will strike out, though. So they just need to make the out on Dub City. It's hit to Danny B, and he gets that over to first base. Danny B to Haywood Dinkle, retires Dub City. Those 3 all members of the Swifty World Series Run Championship. And here's Joe Burrow. I should also say, I believe all 3 of those and Joe Burrow are all part of the same draft class as well. Dub City might be a year older than us, though. Don't quote me on that. As Ben Stacking Paper is going to take a walk, and a huge swing from Victor Herrera into the gap. He's going for second. He might try for 3 as Ben Stacking Paper runs home, and we have a tie game on a triple. Victor Herrera run-scoring triple here in the top of the 3rd. And with just 1 out, Haywood Dinkle has a chance to give Detroit a lead, but he will strike out. Haywood Dinkle, historically not so good live on stream. Nicholson Dimes going to strike out as well. Walker Cato has been a strikeout machine so far in this one. It's going to be Klaus Bergen Cannon stepping in for the Aviators. He'll take a look at strike 3. I should say maybe both pitchers have been strikeout machines at this point. That one's hit on the ground to third and whipped over to Haywood Dinkle for the out. Here's Dan Halen. That's going to find some outfield grass into left field. It's going to be a 2-out single for Dan Halen, my name brother. Here's Hunter Geist on the ground to third, and he gets that over to first for the out. Victor Herrera busy that inning, fielding him at third base. Here is Scott Poe. He had a single last time up, and he's going to hit one into left field. It's a diving catch for Outer Banks center fielder Tyler Swift. Stretch Armstrong going to take a walk. Here's Danny B. But first we'll have a stolen base to contend with. The tag not in time. He's safe. It looks like the throw beat him, but the tag didn't. Danny B now going to send one deep into left field. This should be caught on the warning track. It is good enough to advance the runner over to third. Here is Stanley now with 2 outs and a runner on third. He's not fast enough to beat that one out. It's going to be an out. Demons threaten again, but can't get anyone across. We are still tied through 3.5 innings. Linus Riverboat here, the bottom of the order for Outer Banks. They'll start things off with a strikeout. Tyler Swift in. He had that diving catch. We'll see what he can do with a bat. He can get it past Haywood Dinkle for a single into right field. Here comes Tex Walker, but first we'll have a stolen base attempt from Tyler Swift. And he's safe. Both teams stealing a lot of bases here. Tex Walker looking to repeat that double, does not, strikes out swinging. And here's Mike Latoris. Mike Latoris going to get that over the first baseman's head. Should be good to score a run. And it is. They'll hold him to a single. Could have maybe advanced on the throw, but did not. Here's Dub City. He's going to go ahead and advance on the stolen base. Maybe he stayed so that he could get that extra stolen base stat in there. And that's going to be on the ground to Victor. He gets it over to Haywood to retire the side. OBX takes their lead back. I believe Detroit has yet to have a lead in the series, although we are only in Game 2. Here's Joe Burrow looking to change things. He's going to strike out instead. Struck out on 3 pitches. He was swinging. Here is Ben Stacking Paper on the ground to second. Second baseman will reel it in and get it over to first. Here's Victor Herrera. He's going to check his swing and take a walk. 4-pitch walk for Victor Herrera. Here's Haywood Dinkle. Still trying to make his mark on this series, but first it's going to be a stolen base for Victor Herrera, so a single here will score the run. More likely than not, but that looks like it's going to be an easy pop out to the center fielder, and it is. As OBX looks to add to their lead in the 5th. Ricky Vaughn's still in here. That's stamina at about 50%. He's going to still look good, though, with that strikeout. Here's Drachenberg, the cleanup man, on the ground to third. He might have the legs to beat it down, and he does. It's going to be an infield single for Drachenberg. Dan Halen, who has an RBI in this one, he's going to maybe get another one that's driven into the gap. Right fielder plays it in. They won't test it. So runners on second and third for Hunter Geist. Ricky Vaughn hoping to tightrope out of danger, but no, it's going to be a wild pitch for Ricky Vaughn, allowing a run to score. And that's going to be a single. It should bring another run in. Hunter Geist delivering a big RBI single. Still only 1 out for Ricky Vaughn, who is now out of the game. Duckworth Lewis in again, as that's hit into right field for a single. They'll go first to third, Will Geist, and here's Tyler Swift. Stolen base, so it's going to be a strike him out. It's a strike him out, throw him out. It looks like Joe Burrow got him. So a double play there with the strike him out, throw him out, and hopefully that breathes some energy into Detroit as Nicholson Dimes, Scott Poe, and Stretch Armstrong are due up. But it'll be a strikeout looking on the 6th pitch for Nicholson Dimes. Scott Poe in now. He hits that on the ground to second. It's going to be a ground out, and Stretch Armstrong now with 2 outs. Sends one deep into right field. The right fielder goes back, and he watches it fly over his head 415 feet. It's going to be a solo shot for Stretch Armstrong. Looks like his 3rd home run of the postseason to give Detroit back a run. Now here's Danny B with 2 outs. He's going to send one into center field. Center fielder going back and makes the grab there. And the side is retired. The double play was a 1-3 double play. The one coming from the, I guess 1-2-3 maybe, because the pitcher threw it to the catcher. How did they score that? As Mike Latoris takes a walk. Tex Walker was retired. And Dub City now, chance for a double play, but Haywood elects to take it to the bag himself to secure 1 out before trying for the second. And then catches the liner to retire the 3rd batter in the inning. Demons have 9 outs to find 3 runs and hold the Aviators where they are. They're going to start that campaign with Yelnats, who will ground out. The cold-hitting Joe Burrow in now. He's going to send this one into left field. Got under it. And it's caught. Here's Ben Stacking Paper with 2 outs. He strikes out. So Domingo Pozo looking good in both of these first 2 games. As it's stretch time here in Outer Banks. Drachenberg going to strike out. Dan Halen now. He will strike out. So Tim Galvin in for the Demons again. These games have gone pretty identically. You had Duckworth in, you had Galvin in, you had Pozo in, at least for the bullpens. Hunter Geist reaches on a single. And there will be another stolen base attempt. This one will be safe for Hunter Geist. Linus Riverboat with a runner in scoring position is going to get that past the diving 3rd baseman, and it will bring in a run. It's going to be a single, advancing to second on the throw To make the score 5-2, here's Tyler Swift. He's going to take a walk on ball 4. And Tex Walker now with a chance to do some damage, but we'll take a walk instead. So Tim Galvin has been wild since recording the first 2 outs back-to-back. But he'll get this one on the ground to short. They get it over to Danny B to make the out. 6 outs to go, 3 runs to get. It's going to be Herrera, Dinkle, and Dimes. That's on the ground to third. An out for Herrera. Here comes Haywood Dinkle. Dinkle on the ground to second. The Aviators getting a fair share of ground balls here, and now Nicholson Dimes will strike out looking. Here comes Dub City for the Aviators. It's going to be a leadoff single, maybe more. Leadoff single for Dub City. Here's Klaus Bergen Cannon. But first we'll have a pitch out, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a successful stolen base. And that's past the shortstop, should bring in a run. And it does. RBI for Klaus Bergen Cannon. No more save situation for the Aviators. That's going to be a bunt, but he pops it up. Dan Halen now with an out, and a full count is going to sky one into left field. Nicholson Dimes makes that grab. And here comes Hunter Geist. He will strike out. So Thomas Palmer comes in to finish after Galvin leaves. And he surrenders just the 1. Here's Scott Poe. 4 runs needed for Detroit to keep this alive. He'll take a walk. Stretch Armstrong. He will strike out. Danny B. It's going to send one into left field, and it's hauled in by the left fielder. So with the final chance, it's Joe Burrow, and he'll get under this one and send it to right. And 2-0 Outer Banks. They win both the home games, as we'll have an off day, and then head to Detroit. I believe the prediction was 1.5 home runs. We did have... Did we just have
Why
one?
did Detroit bat out of order?
Did Detroit bat out of order?
Joe Burrow took the last at bat. Or, I'm sorry, I think, yeah, I think Burrow took... Didn't you say Burrow took the last at bat?
No, it was Yelnats. I might have said Burrow.
Oh.
It looks like it was Yelnats.
I was going to say, like, wait a minute. They batted out of order? What the heck?
So neither Detroit starter has been able to get through 5 innings, and I think that's a big part of the reason that Outer Banks will now have this 2-0 series lead as we head to Detroit.
Yeah, this is trouble at this point. You kind of have to win all 3 at home, I think, if you want to have a chance.
Yeah, got to win at least 2, or it's just going to be over at home.
Yeah, I don't know if 2's good enough. Is you lost both. Detroit lost both on the road, and neither one of them were very pretty for the offense.
No, they were not. We'll see if we have any changes that we want to make in this one. Give everybody a minute. Looks like something for the Aviators. Aviators saying no change. Do we have any changes?
No change from Razor.
For the Demons.
And the Demons appear to be asleep. I see nothing from Detroit. Well, Danny, I see no reason why we can't just move to Game 3. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, Danny.
We got some typing. All right. Jay Cortese says he would like to score more runs.
Sadly, I do not have that slider.
Usually I make the changes for Detroit. I just sent a message over in our testing room. I'm not seeing any objections, so I might use my executive demon decisions to make one small change. if I don't see any complaints.
I complain.
Well, your complaint is noted.
I'll take it.
Not seeing anything. I'm just going to go ahead and flip Joe Burrow and Danny B, see if we can get either one of those guys started. They have both
Yeah,
been
it's something you have to think about doing.
quiet through the series. Joe Burrow, who was a huge part of the Demons' early series. And I think with that, we can take it away. This one's you.
Yeah, coming home to Detroit, they're 5-0 in this postseason. Hopefully that chasm at the bottom of the order can fix itself. So, quick recap if you're just joining us. OBX is up 2-0 heading to Demon's Lair.
At Lincoln
Lineup for
Park.
OBX: Latoris, City, Bergen, Cannon, Drachenberg, Halen, Geist, Riverboat, Swift, and Walker. Justin Ripsbond is on the mound. For Detroit, Stack and Paper, Herrera, Dinkle, Dimes, Poe, Armstrong, Burrow, Yelnats, and Danny B. Kid Carsey on the mound for Detroit. We'll talk about him first. The home pitcher, 7-5 on the season, a 2.92 ERA, a 109 WHIP, 7.9 K per 9 for the 30-year-old who faced OBX once in a regular season, at an 8.44. Rips Bond, 13-4 in 27 starts, 3.11 ERA, 110 WHIP, 10 K per 9. No record and no ERA versus Detroit. Rips Bond, the better pitcher. We'll see where the lineup goes. Let's go to Game 3 in Detroit. Wind is blowing in today, 74,000, packing Demon's Lair in Detroit. For Mike Latoris to fly into center field, and that's it out. Here's Dub City, the 0-1. City, pop up. Expect a lot of those with that strong wind blowing in from center. Here's Klausberg and Cannon to right field. That's an out. And have to really hit it hard to get it out. Anywhere, either center or right center, going to have to dead pull or dead push the ball. Or Ben Stacking Paper can get it up into the stratosphere and send it to right center field. It's 1-0. Second pitch of the game for Ripsbod is ripped out.
Demons' first lead of the series. Like to see it.
Herrera strikes out on 2-2. Interesting that I say it's going to be really hard to get the ball into center field unless you just absolutely crush it. And he crushes it, and Haywood Dinkle crushes it. The Demons like their fire at home.
Yeah, you got to imagine the
Runs at
whole
3
crowd
batters.
pumping them up. Part of the reason they're able to get these good swings off.
Maybe Nichols and Dimes can keep it going. 2-2. This is off into left field. That's a single against Ripsbod.
And before people blame the meme park, Haywood Dinkle is a lefty in this right-handed park.
And Scott Poe's going to take a pitch, and Nichols and Dimes are going to take a base. 2-2. Ooh. Oh, Scott Poe gets plonked by Ripsbod. Here's Armstrong. Ready to batter number 6 in the Detroit lineup in the first. 2-2 to Armstrong. Struck him out. Right down Broadway. Here's the ice-cold Burrow, who will ground out to second. And it's 2-0 Detroit after 1 inning. Though OBX has scored a lot more than that in both of the first 2 games, so you might want to get some more. Before you celebrate too quickly, Detroit, Dan Halen walks down to first base. Carsey to Geist. First pitch, Hunter Geist. Third, second, first. End of the top of the second. Let's go bottom 2. Game 3 of the World Series. Leatherneck Mike, Danny B alongside with you. Thank you for joining us on a lovely Saturday night. At least where I am. Yelnats and B line out into the infield. Ben Stacking Paper rips that into left field. He's got a bomb in his game, and now he's got a triple.
The harder 2 parts of the cycle here for Ben Stacking Paper.
Here's the 1-0 Herrera. Oh, nice knockdown. Smothering the baseball is Walker and getting it over there. So runner stranded on third. It's 2-0 still. The 1-2 from Carsey. Struck out Linus Riverboat. A lot of Ks in this series, Danny. That pitching and defense was better for both sides, and that's been true so far, at least in the strikeout category. The actual runs has been a lot higher than I expected. 2 outs for Dex Walker. Walker back in the middle. That's a nice base hit. Here's Latoris. Switch hitting Mike Latoris. 3-1. That is smacked right in front of Burrow. Can't get there. Yikes. 3-2 to Dub City. Struck him out. Joe Burrow's really not had a good series. Slumping at the plate. Not really that great on defense so far. Demons need their catcher to pick it up quickly. Haywood Dinkle homered his first time up. He grounds out here. Here's Nicholson. Dimes. 2-2. Dimes strikes out. Here's Scott Poe. 3-2. Poe struck him out. Strike 3.
Ripspod settling down nicely since the first.
Agreed with that. And Scott Poe, by the way, the only Demon to have ever been to a World Series before. Krausberg and Cannon out for the for the first out of the inning. The Drachenberg for the second, and the Dan Halen for the third. 1-2-3 for Kid Carsey. Bottom of the fourth. Stretch Armstrong is going to walk. Here's Burrow, the 0-2. Joe Burrow shoots this into left. Must have heard me. Wants to pick it up. And he's going to get second and third to no way. Caught to score. You have to score here. Second and third and nobody away.
Should be good for one.
Of utmost importance. Here's the throw. It is not in time. A sliding Stretch Armstrong is in front of the tag. Stretched the arms out to hit that one. Yelnats. Sack flying an RBI. Danny B gets a regular old ground out. Here's Stackett Paper, the 1-0, and Ben Stackett Paper is lighting up the baseball here. He's going to head for, no, he took a big round. Didn't go for 2. Throw came home. Burrow scores. It's 4-0.
And Stacking Paper is a double shy of the cycle in the fourth inning.
Oh, he's on second base. It's not a cycle. It's a steal. 3-2 to Herrera. Struck him out. Ripspot watches him go down on strikes. 4-0 Detroit. 2-2. Kid Carsey to Hunter Geist. Line out to third. Gets snagged by Herrera. 2-2 again. Strikeout by Riverboat. Here's Swift. Tyler Swift been having problems. 1-2. Swift strikes out. Swiftly down go the Aviators. It's 4-2. Here's the 2-1 to Haywood Dinkle. He will single this into right field. A fun fact about Haywood Dinkle, he won the 2042 and 43 Tom Selleck lookalike contest. The 0-1 to Scott Poe with 2 runners on is a double play, and here's Stretch Armstrong, 2-2. Armstrong pomps it up to second. Easy catch for Walker, who leads off the next inning. Top 6 we go. 4-0. Kid Carsey has been dealing. Tex Walker deals him. Just his 4th hit given up of the game. Walker 2 for 2. Here's the Taurus, who's 1 for 2. That will get past the shortstop, Stretch Armstrong. Walker will nab second base on some lazy fielding. And here's Dub City, the 1-1. City, little one, back to the pitcher. Should not have thrown that to first. The only thing you can do when the runner's already beaten it is throw it behind somebody and get an error. Carsey will walk in, Klausberg and Cannon. Bad time to start walking, guys. 2-2. Oh, nice stab out of the air by Carsey to save runs. Now he strikes out Dan Halen. 2-2 to Geist. Struck him out. Detroit roars as Carsey gets out of a jam and a half with only a run. Here's Burrow, ground ball to third. The 1-0 to Yelnats. That's a base hit for Stanley Yelnats. So what you've needed to see so far, Yelnats make good contact, Burrow make good contact. Get the bottom going. You're up 4-1 at home. Danny B, though, it's not what you want to see from him. That's another double play. The top of the Demon order can do just fine. It's what can the bottom do?
Danny B still looking for his first hit in the World Series.
1-2 to Linus Riverboat. Riverboat gunning it for first, and he beat it. Not even a throw from Danny B, and now here's Swift. The old to Tyler Swift, another little slap hit. Herrera and miffs the throw. Here's Walker, who's 2 for 2. The 0-1. It's Walker to third, to second, to first, turning 2. 2-2 to Michael Torres. But that's going to go through, and that's going to get a run. 4-2 the score. Runner on first base. Pitch out. Burrow got him.
Yeah, I think the Demons have definitely gotten the better end of the caught stealing equation. Burrow been lights out.
Called the exact pitch they were going to go on, pitched out on 1-0, and got the out. That stack and paper flies out. Here's Herrera, 3-2. That is into center, very shallow for an out. Here's Dinkle. First pitch to Haywood. Haywood, Dinkle, Haywood, Homa.
Multi-homer game for Haywood Dinkle.
That looked a lot further than 390 feet in the right field. Short porch out there, and it's 5-2. That was a no doubt about it. A knuckle curve that hung, curved out of the ballpark to the right side.
Hunter
Nichols
Sky in
and
the ball
Dimes
game
reaches
now.
on Hunter Sky. Thank you, Danny. Here's a runner. It's Nichols and Dimes. He's stolen second. 13 stolen bases for him. 0-1 to Scott Poe. That is ripped into center and caught by Swift. However, Detroit swiftly extended their lead with a Haywood Dinkle home run. Here's Dub City. City against striker. Spin rate, by the way, was in last inning, so my apologies. Fly out to right. Here's Klausberg and Cannon. Left field. That's caught. Arno Drakenberg. 3-2 to Drakenberg. This is popped up for Armstrong. And Stretch Armstrong does not have to stretch his legs very far. Bottom of the eighth we go. Detroit looking for insurance. Stretch Armstrong. 3-0 walk from Hunter Sky.
If nothing else, you want to see Ben Stacking Paper come up with another chance to cycle.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Just to get him up at all for the game's sake even. Burrow the 1-2. Oh, held it up, struck him out, caught him inside with a fastball. Here's Yelnats. He strikes out 2. Now here's Danny B, 2-2. Danny B, can he get a hit? No, he can't. So will Danny B rob his teammate a chance for the cycle in the World Series, or will OBX tie it up? Here's the 2-1 to Dan Halen. Halen right back to the pitcher, spin rate. 2 outs to go. Hunter Geist, the 1-2. Geist pops up. Second base. 2 away. The 1-2. And struck him out. So, hey, congrats, Demons. You got your first World Series win, but you're still trailing the series 2-1.
Special moment for the fans, though, to see the first ever World Series win for their team right there at home.
So 5-2 goes Detroit in the win column. 3 hits from Stacking Paper and Dinkle. 2 of those home runs for Haywood Dinkle. He's pretty much your carrier in this one. Only 8 hits for Outer Banks. Mike Latour had a really good day on the road. Nobody else really did. Rip Spawn 6 2/3. The 5 earned, not really the best. He was probably left in a couple of batters too long. Kid Carsey, 6 innings, 2 and good start from him. Carsey to spin rate, only using 2 pitchers there after a rough first couple of games. Really good for that Detroit bullpen. Off day, you only use spin rate. Dinkle, your player of the game.
Sad to see Stacking Paper fall double shy, but, you know, they've got more chances. Could happen in the next game. As you like to see the 1, 2, and 3 performances in that orange uniform. I will head over to the Discord, see if we have any changes.
And now it's Funk versus Mitchell again, and I said you have to win one of the first 2 versus Ray's Funk, and you're going to have to. You go down 3-1 here. If you can only win it at home, you can only get to 3-2 at home, and then probably going to drop 1 and 2 on the road, so you got to beat Funk right now. This is your turning point game.
It is worth mentioning, you know, the Demons have played in 4 elimination games to this point, 3 of them really being their backs against the wall. All 3 games, you know better than anybody, against Indianapolis. They did get the reverse sweep, so the Detroit Demons are no strangers to playing with their backs to the wall. And then they won Game 6 against the Sarasota Supernovas. We count that as an elimination game, even if it wasn't the Demons who were going to be eliminated.
And you know what? And good teams can do that. Good teams can come back out of sketchy situations. Check OBX staminas, by the way.
Can do. Appreciate you keeping an eye on that. I'm looking for a plane. There it is. Pitching, so it looks like Rip Spot is dead tired. You should not be surprised by that. He just pitched. Walker Cato, he's at 60%. Race Funk, who's due up, is at 100%.
Is 100.
And if you want to see your bullpens, it's Beaumont fully rested. It's Ben Caden more or less fully rested. 98% there. 98% on Flame McDonald. Domingo Pozo, 78%. Hunter Sky, he's at 78% as well. And Johnny Unitas, I don't believe has pitched at all in the series. He's ready to go.
He barely pitched in the season.
We got the no change. The Demons, Jay Cortese typing. I'm going to take a look, see if there's anything that catches my eye. We do have Molly Mitchell coming up. She's ready to go. Striker spin rate a little tired. But we should have Tim Galvin also tired. That's kind of concerning. The other relievers, Duckworth Lewis, he's okay. Thomas Palmer, very rested. And Jack Brady, very rested. Yeah, not sure much we can do here. I imagine that if it is a save situation, Demons will probably go to Tim Galvin. He should be,
former champion, by the way, in this bullpen, Jack Brady.
He should be rested and ready to go. Former Hepcat champion, if I'm guessing correctly.
That indeed.
I think we're good as well. I'm just gonna take a peek at the lineup. Danny B's cold. We already moved him. I don't think that there's anything on this earth that will wake the bat of Danny B up.
No, just as it should be.
Just as it should be, you know. The Demons tend to win more games when Danny B does terrible, so maybe I'll take that as a good sign.
You've been doing terrible and you're down 2-1, so what does that mean?
You know, that the exception makes the rule.
Okay.
Do we want to get a prediction going?
By the way, Danny, I'll let you take this one.
Alrighty, I will take this one.
I'm going to put you on pace for calling 6 and 7 back-to-back.
I will do it if it comes to it.
I will torture you. I am not afraid.
Got some typing from Jay Cortese. Still holding for a prediction. We'll give it a little while. I guess I could make the prediction. Joe Cortese says they have a change. Instead of letting Danny be hit, they just want to take the automatic out. Oof. We do have a prediction up now. Who wins? That's my favorite prediction. I'm going to predict. We're going to go to Detroit. We're going to give it all we got. How much do I got? Not much. Oops. There it is.
Do not take your financial advice from Danny B, is what I'm hearing.
I am terrible at predictions. It's true.
Warning, no PBE financial advice from Mr. Danny B.
I'm also terrible at my bets on the form, so take that how you will.
You want to make some bets with me next year?
It's been a couple seasons. I have some in savings. We can make some bets. We'll talk about that later.
Some money off you.
Offline, as they say. Not much to say here. You've seen this matchup. Molly Mitchell, Race Funk. Race Funk got the better in game one. Molly Mitchell not even able to make it through 5 innings. I am going to save because I didn't even do that yesterday. And with that out of the way, we're going to manage the game. And we're going to start the game. Here it is. It's going to be Molly Mitchell pitching to Mike Latoris, and Molly Mitchell immediately going to give off what looks like a leadoff double. Actually, that's probably going to be a triple. No. Mike Latoris going to slide into second. Here's Dub City with an RBI opportunity already. He'll strike out on one that looked inside, and it was. Bergen Cannon also going to strike out. Molly Mitchell, maybe a little angry about that leadoff double, is going to strike out the side in order behind Mike Latoris. Rare's back. The flamethrower throwing those fastballs, getting the outs. Here's Ben stacking paper. And he's going to hit that to the second baseman for the Aviators. Good hands there of Tex Walker. As Victor Herrera comes up and hits one of the warning track. I got excited, I'm not going to lie. Here's Scott Poe. And he'll strike out. Both pitchers dealing. 0-0 through 1. Dan Halen in now. Struck out and reached on the strikeout, and a passed ball will throw the fumble bumble up. Can they turn a double play? No. They will get the out at first. Hunter Geist on the fielder's choice. Here's Linus Riverboat hitting one into right field. He tags up, but does not make a break for it. 2 outs now for Tyler Swift. nubs that off the end of the bat, and Joe Burrow handles that cleanly over to Haywood Dinkle for the out. Speaking of Haywood Dinkle, here he is, and he's going to blast that one into right field. It's going, and it's gone! The third home run at home in 2 games for Haywood Dinkle, 397 feet. This guy had the audacity to tell me that he's not good on stream. Apparently he is. That's the 3rd home run in 2 games to give Detroit the lead, 1-0. Here's Stretch Armstrong, who will sky one into right field. Joe Burrow now, also going right field. Nicholson Dimes at bat. Another lefty for Detroit. He'll take the walk. And the cold-hitting Danny B will have to wait on a stolen base. He's safe. Runner in scoring position now for Danny B. And they take the out. Danny B strikes out. 4 pitches. It's a 0-2 count, I guess, because he must have fouled a pitch off. That's how that works. Tex Walker going to go opposite field, but it is just a loud out. Mike Latoris back in. They're going to keep the left fielder busy as Nicholson Dimes runs in and makes the grab. Here's Dub City past the shortstop. He'll reach. Molly Mitchell allowed about 1 base runner every inning. We'll see if that continues as that skied into right field. And a catch for Stanley Yelnats out in right. We'll retire the side on 3 pitches there for Klaus Bergen Cannon. Here comes Stanley Yelnats. He's going to hit one into right field. And a diving catch. I'm not sure the dive was necessary, but there it is. Strikeout for Ben Stacking Paper. Both teams doing a lot of striking out and a lot of fly balls to the outfield. Here's Victor Herrera, who hits one back to the pitcher, and easy out. So the pitcher's duel continues. It's going to be Drockenberg, Halen, and Hunter Geist up for the Aviators. Full count strikeout looking for Drockenberg. Here comes Dan Halen. Hit that one on the ground to third. It's going to be a long throw, but it is in time to make the out. And Hunter Geist now with 2 outs on the ground. Third baseman again has a little more time on that one and makes the play just as quick. Here comes Poe, Dinkle, and Armstrong. Been a bright spot on the lineup. Really all of the top 4 or 5 have been good for Detroit as that one's hit into left field. Well hit by Scott Poe, but again allowed out. Here's Haywood Dinkle. He had that home run, but he'll sky this one into right field, and Stretch Armstrong with 2 outs now. The 1-2. Strikeout on a pitch inside. Bottom of the order for the Aviators, Riverboat, Swift, and Walker. Riverboat's going to reach. Little single to right field, a line drive for Riverboat. Here's Tyler Swift. He gets beamed, and he's one of the easier outs on the lineup, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt Molly Mitchell. Here's Tex Walker, who loves to come through in the big moments, but instead it'll be a fielder's choice, second to short for the out. Here's Mike Latoris. It's going to be a strike him out. It's going to be a strike him out, throw him out. They continue to test Joe Burrow in these situations, and he continues to be huge. So we'll head to the bottom of the 5th now with a huge strike him out, throw him out. Joe Burrow at bat now. You make a big play on defense, and you know you're going to come right up. But he grounds out there. Here's Nicholson Dimes into right field, into the corner. He's rounding first. He'll head for second. They get the ball in quick, but not quick enough. It's a 1-out double for Nicholson Dimes. Danny B in. Danny B takes a pitch, and we'll have a runner on third here with 1 out for Danny B. Full count. Danny B strikes out. Can't say I'm surprised at that. Stanley Yelnats now with the chance to bring a runner home. He will strike out as well. So the bottom of the lineup continuing to be just a plague on Detroit. Dub City, Bergen, Cannon, and Drockenberg will have a chance to tie this game up. Instead, Dub City will pop this one up on the infield. Did the pitcher just call them off? That's not how that normally works, but it is what happened. Bergen Cannon now going to lace one into right field for a single. Here's Drockenberg batting .281 in this playoff. He's going to fly out on the infield. Shortstop calling off Danny B there. Stretch Armstrong makes that grab, and that one's on the ground to Stretch. He gets it over to Danny, so the two of them busy, making plays, communicating well, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Ben Stacking Paper in now. Race Funk still pitching in this one and gets the strikeout. Victor Herrera, he's been hitting it hot, and that's going to be a single into right field for Vic. Here comes Scott Poe. First we'll have the stolen base, and he swipes it. So runner in scoring position for Scott Poe. On the ground to the pitcher. They'll have to check second and hold him up and get Poe. Here's Haywood Dinkle, and he'll strike out. So Race Funk just stellar through 6. Molly Mitchell may be a little bit better. As that's on the ground past the shortstop, it'll be a leadoff single for Hunter Geist. Here's Riverboat. He's going to bunt this one. Joe Burrow will wisely make the throw to first for the out. Here's Tyler Swift, who will strike out. 2 outs now. Tex Walker coming up. And Tex Walker hits this one into right field. Right fielder running in. Stanley Yelnats makes the grab and retires the side. So both pitchers through 6. Race Funk giving up just 1. Molly Mitchell giving up none. This is the pitcher's duel we were promised. As Stretch Armstrong now skies this one into center. Joe Burrow still cold. Skies this one into left field, and it is caught. Seems like any chance they have to get out of these cold streaks, they just make loud outs. And Nicholson Dimes on the ground. Domingo Pozo in the game now makes that out with no trouble. 5 pitches, a pitch outside there that was reached for. And here's Mike Latour's Tim Galvin in now. So both pitchers done after 6, and Tim Galvin immediately gives up a home run to tie the game to Mike Latoris. So we have a brand new ball game here in the 8th inning. No outs. Hopefully Tim Galvin can settle down now. Here's Dub City. Dub City on the ground to second for the out. Here's Bergen Cannon, who will take a walk. Looks like a 3-1 count. None of those pitches really in the zone. Drockenberg now on the ground to third. To second, they'll take the fielder's choice, hold the runner at first, and Dan Halen. But first we'll have a stolen base attempt. This one's safe. Drockenberg in scoring position now for Dan Halen. As Tim Galvin delivers the pitch, it's on the ground to Danny B. He gets it over to Haywood Dinkle in a 4-3 fielder's choice out. Danny B going to lead things off now for Detroit. He strikes out looking on 5 pitches. Stanley Yelnats, he's going to get hit by one and head to first. Ben stacking paper. He'll strike out, so 2 quick outs for Domingo Pozo after the hit batter. Or around the hit batter, I should say, and that one's lined to the second baseman who makes the grab. So we're headed to the top of the 9th here. Tim Galvin still in, and that pitch is sent past the diving first baseman. It's a single for Hunter Geist. Here's Linus Riverboat, but first we'll have the pitch out, stolen base. This one is successful stolen base. And this could be trouble. No, diving catch there in right field for Stanley Yelnats. We talked about it before the series. Stanley Yelnats has been huge with the glove. This one delivered into left field. It could be deep enough. No, we won't test the throw. So 2 outs here. Can Tim Galvin get out of this? No, it's going to be a passed ball. Actually, they rule it a wild pitch that gives OBX the lead here in the 9th inning. Here's Tex Walker with nobody on base, and Tex will ground out. So Scott Poe, Haywood Dinkle, and Stretch Armstrong need to find a run between the 3 of them. Scott Poe sends this one a mile high, just shy of the infield, and it's an out. Here's Haywood Dinkle. Flame McDonald going to come in to replace Pozo. Dinkle grounds out. So Stretch Armstrong, the last chance for Detroit. He's going to send this one deep into right field at the wall. It's gone! Stretch Armstrong ties the game. 2 out, magic for Detroit. The second pitch of the at-bat keeps them alive, and the cold-hitting Joe Burrow will step in now to try and find a walk-off hit in him. Instead, it's on the ground to second, and we are headed to extras in Detroit. Oof. Here comes Mike Latoris against Duckworth Lewis. He'll strike out. Dub City in now. Dub City delivering one into left field. Center fielder was there to back him up, but it wasn't needed. Here's Klaus Bergen Cannon on the ground to second. So Detroit with another chance to walk it off. It's Nicholson Dimes, Danny B, and Stanley Yelnats. Dimes, the only hitter who's been worth anything in the series. Hits one right to the left fielder. Here's Danny B. Danny B on the ground to the third baseman. Stanley Yelnats in now. Will strike out. So if the Demons can survive, Drockenberg, Halen, and Geist, they've got the top of their lineup to fight back with, but it's going to be a tough order. Drockenberg grounds out to the second baseman. Here's Dan Halen. Going to take a walk. Hunter Geist in now with a runner on first. We'll see if we have a stolen base. No, he strikes out. They decide better than the strikeout, throw out, double play. Riverboat now, and it's a good decision because that's going to fall in right field. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Tyler Swift. He's going to send this one into left field, and it's caught by Nicholson Dimes. We head to the bottom of the 11th inning. It's stacking paper, Herrera, and Poe due up for the Demons. Stacking paper going to take a walk. Leadoff walks often lead to trouble. Here's Victor Herrera, and they're going to go with Farron Bin Caden in the pen. It's It's going to be a stolen base attempt, and he is safe. Scott Poe with a runner in scoring position. A single could win the game. The pitch is delivered into right field. We'll see if they test that arm. They don't. Didn't even tag up. I'm sorry, that was Herrera. Here's Poe with a chance to tie the game. He's going to sky this into right. Caught shy of the warning track. That'll get him to third. Haywood Dinkle just needs to put it in play and hope something good happens. And he does put it in play, but nothing good comes off that one. Tex Walker will lead it off for the Aviators in the 12th inning. Duckworth Lewis still in for Detroit. He'll get the strikeout on 4 pitches. Here comes Mike Latoris. On the ground to third. Diving play, quick throw from the third baseman. Here's Dub City. Skies this one on the infield. The shortstop casually walks over and makes the grab. So Detroit with another chance to walk it off. Armstrong, Burrow, and Dimes. Here's Armstrong. This one's in the sky. It's deep. It's gone. Just fair. Just wraps around the foul pole. And Stretch Armstrong delivers the walk-off home run against Farron Bin Caden with no outs. And the Demons will even the series at 2-2. What a hit from Stretch Armstrong. 2 strikes. He doesn't care. He sends it yard. Woo! I got my watch on. I've been posting my heart rates after every series in Detroit, so I'm excited to see what this one looks like. I need a second. Dinkle and Armstrong, home runs for Detroit. Just Mike Latoris for Outer Banks, and I think you can say the home runs were the difference in this game. Both bullpens going to be exhausted going into Game 5 in this 2-2 series. It's now a best of 3 with 1 home game remaining for Detroit, 2 home games remaining for the Aviators. The home team has won every game. Funk went 6.2 and gave up 1 no decision. Molly Mitchell went 7 shutty. Tim Galvin with the blown save gives up the first 2 runs for Detroit. Thomas Palmer comes in for the win. Bincaden the loss, McDonald the blown save, and Molly Mitchell gets a well-deserved player of the game. Mike, are you with us?
Absolutely.
I'm not sure I'm with us.
Danny, are you with us?
No.
No.
All right, we got the game saved. We now have a best of 3 on our hands.
And we now have an undefeated Detroit team at home playing a 2-5 OBX team on the road.
We will have a game 6. We will be going back to Outer Banks.
Stamina for OBX?
Right, that's the thing we got to look at. Looking for an airplane. There it is. Pitching. You're going to have a lot of exhausted guys, especially in the pen, but this is Walker Cato I think we're primarily concerned with, and he's ready for action. Going around the rest of them, Bob Beaumont, he's rested. Race Funk is 0% exhausted. Justin Ripspat is 27% exhausted. Farron Bin Caden, he's only at 89%. Didn't have to pitch too much that last game. Flame McDonald, 71%. He's a little tired, not too bad. Domingo Pozo looks wiped, 33% exhausted. Hunter Sky, 91% rested. And Johnny Unitas still riding the bench.
The Demons would like theirs as well.
Alrighty then. Pitching. We're looking at Ricky Vaughn first and foremost. He is our pitcher in this game, and he is 100% rested as a starting pitcher. Going around the bullpen, Jack Brady's ready for action. Tim Galvin, he is exhausted, 22%. Duckworth Lewis, exhausted, 19%. Thomas Palmer, 98%. He's ready to go. Striker spin rate, 73%, slightly tired, looking to be the closer in this one. For your other pitchers, it's going to be Molly Mitchell. She just pitched and gave it everything she had. And Kid Carsey, 27%, also exhausted. I tried to put in you're taking the out instead of letting Danny be hit, and it kind of happened. We got a pin
If you're
from
going
the
to be
Aviators.
hit, that would require him to get one someday.
Yeah, one day. Not
Or get
this
on
season.
base.
Not this season for sure. Does
I don't
he
think you've
have
gotten
a
on
walk?
base
No,
at
I
all.
haven't. Not in the World Series.
You can check in the playoff stats thing. go to playoff coverage if you want to see if you have a hit
I don't.
or
I know I don't.
on base. No, you're literally zero everything. No. Okay. Remove Pozo's high leverage secondary setting, Danny. Airplane.
I'm good at finding airplanes.
No, you're not.
Domingo Pozo will no longer be high leverage. He will be a dash. Demons
Anything
say, well,
else?
let's go.
Anything else, Razor? Well, that was a loud clap of thunder. I wonder if anyone heard that. Danny, that's not disturbing for this stream's sake.
Didn't hear it.
No, that was a sudden boom of thunder. Okay. Well, let's hope I don't lose power. It would be a really terrible time to lose power.
It would be.
We're good.
All right. Do you have anything you want to say before we get into
Razor.
this one?
This is my game.
It is.
I just want to say that it's Ricky Vaughn versus Walker Cato, and I'm looking forward to this. Let's see if the Demons can take all three at home and get themselves back in the series. Because winning 2 on the road is going to be a darn near impossible task against OBX.
Agreed.
What'd you say?
I said agreed.
Oh, I thought you said breed, and I was like, well, that's a weird thing to say. Wind's blowing in again, by the way.
All right.
Let's go. OBX going to try and take off quickly against Ricky Vaughn. In the playoffs, 1 and 2 with a 540. The Torres strikes out. A day game here at Demons Park. Or is it Demons Lair at Laser Park? Perhaps? Dub City flies out to left. Here's the 1-2 to Farron. Oh, no, not Farron, but Caden. Klaus Bergen cannon. I'm sorry, the crack of thunder that just happened scared the absolute bejesus out of me. So 1-2, there was a strikeout. Sorry to Klausberg and Cannon. Ben Stack and Paper. Lines out. Here's Herrera. Bouncer to second. Aye! Tex Walker tripped and fell and then tried to throw from the knees, and that didn't go very well, now did it? It's Haywood Dinkle. Haywood Dinkle into center field, and Detroit scores the first run. Haywood Dinkle, I think Danny is pretty safely your series MVP if you manage to pull this off. Here's Nicholson dimes. That's into left field, into the corner. Haywood Dinkle scores. It's 2-0. This is a home-friendly series, folks. And remember the note that I had in the all-time meetings between these two. The away team was the one that won more. However, the home team is the team that's winning now. It's 3 runs in the bottom of the first for Detroit. Nichols and dimes. Goes around from second to score in a Scott Poe double. Stretch Armstrong flies out. Joe Burrow, the 1-2. Burrow back up the middle. Another base hit. And Walker Cato is given a 4 and a first. This isn't just Cato's worst outing, in the season or whatever in a first inning. This is worst first inning in a while. I mean, Walker Cato is one of the things. I mean, this is why OBX 77 wins and won a ton of games last year, too. Walker Cato has been ridiculously good for a few seasons now. But it's 4-0 on him in the first inning. Arnold Druckenberg strikes out to Ricky Vaughn. Here is Dan Halen. The 2-1 to Dan. That is into center field, and that is caught. 2 outs for Geist. Hunter Geist, center field. Stacking paper. He's got it. Bottom second. Here we go. Can Danny B get a hit?
Doubt.
Can Danny B get a hit? 1-1. Nope, Danny B does not have a hit.
Even my loud. All right, I can't.
Here's the 2-0 to Ben Stack and Paper. He's gonna hit a double. The user Danny B is starting to get mad. Victor Herrera lines out to center.
Oh, I'm ready to cry. I'm gonna be.
Here's Dinkle. He grounds out up the middle. Danny, don't cry. Your team's leading.
That's true. Let's do Demons. Who cares about Danny B? Let's just get the dub.
Top of the third. I will say that's not very professional of you, Mr. B. 2-2 strikeout. Ricky Vaughn. Ground ball the first. Tap on the bag. And here is Walker, the 2-1. Tex Walker to short on to first. and I can't see chat because I'm on my backup computer because my primary one's in the shop. RIP. For those of you yelling at me about the whole don't be a homer comment, it was said in jest. Nickels and dimes fly out to left, although I do try not to be, at least. Second to first, that's an out. Here's the 1-2 to Stretch Armstrong. Struck out. Stretch Armstrong had some awesome home runs so far in this series, in particular in Game 4.
I also try not to be a homer, but, this is the World Series. It's going to happen a little bit.
It is. Michael Latoris? Oh, no. Hey, whoa, that's an error. I really thought that was completed to first, the throw, and it wasn't. And this is going to get rid of your no-hitter and your shutout. That's a run. That is a very easily unearned run. Here's the 1-2. Strikeout. Klausberg and Cannon. Here's Drakenberg, the 0-0. Bouncer to second. On to first. 2 away. Here's Halen. 3-2. Dan Halen. That's a good crack of the bat into center. Stacking paper. Oh, he almost ran out of real estate.
That ball went and carried.
It was just kind of a lazy fly that it just stayed in the air and stayed in the air and stayed a little higher in the air. Almost met over the wall, but it didn't quite. Here's Burrow with a hit. It's 4-1, by the way. OBX got to run that last inning. Here's Yelnats. Stanley Yelnats. Ooh, nice diving back to first base because of a good catch on a hard line.
Danny B gets a hit.
To second.
Danny B gets a hit.
B's got a hit.
He's got a triple.
Got an RBI.
I'm so happy.
Danny B's got a triple. Real Danny and fake Danny are very happy that they're out of that slump. Good God. Ben stacking paper. Ground ball to the pitcher. Here's Herrera, the 1-1. Victor Herrera, center field, should end the inning. Yet will. 5-1. Danny, what would you have done if you survived an entire 7-game World Series and didn't get a single hit?
Retired.
Really?
No, but I was seriously considering an arc shift. Like an immediate arc shift right after the stream.
Build it right now. No testing, just building. Geist and Riverboat are out. Here's Tyler Swift into left. That's caught. We are halfway through the game. It's 5-1 Detroit. The 1-2 to Haywood Dinkle. Dinkle, center field. Easy little fly out. So OBX is getting Haywood Dinkle out, which they couldn't do for about 3 games. So if anything's a good sign for OBX, that's a good sign. Another good sign is that, all right, other than the result of the error, Cato has been better. Nichols and Dimes will get to second. Scott Poe, and just as I say that, Cato's going to give up a run. Scott Poe with the RBI, his 18th of the postseason after Nichols and Dimes' 16th steal. Here's the 1-2 to Stretch Armstrong. Struck him out. Here's Joe Burrow, the 0-0. Burrow, that is crushed into left field. That baseball was possessed by a demon and wanted to head for home. Adios, 8-1. Burrows 3 for 3 on the day. Yelnats flies out to left, but not before a baseball was robbed of its life. And OBX might be 2 going back home. It's 8-1. Tex Walker struck out. The 1-2 to Michael Latoris. He struck out. Here's Dub City. First pitch, Dub City, center field. No, caught by the left fielder. Top of the 6th we go. I just want to say at this point, we will have post-game interviews after this series with a representative from Detroit and hopefully from OBX. Talked to both general managers earlier. They said if they didn't have heart attacks, they would be able to come on and talk to us. And I would just like to say, as Stacking Paper hits a double over the head of the center fielder, if anybody knows them, you might want to go check on them because the heart rate might be getting dangerously high right about now. Third base, first base, Herrera grounds out. So wellness checks on AW, please. And Razor as well. I know I would need one. I think Danny needs one, actually. Haywood Dinkle grounds out to end the inning. Now we're there to Klausberg and Cannon.
Literally death gripping the sides of my desk.
Sorry, no Trockenberg. He's Engel. And he's going to have a heart attack. Here's Dan Halen. First pitch. Okay, so Burrow just didn't throw the ball. He didn't actually make an error. He just didn't throw it. 3-2. Dan Halen struck out, man. Ricky Vaughn has been great. 3-2 to Hunter Geist. Strikes out, stretch time. Ricky Vaughn has done absolutely everything you can ask. Only giving up 2 hits. The 1 run is on an error. Ricky Vaughn has been fantastic. This Detroit bullpen was absolutely dead. And Ricky Vaughn has somehow brought them back to life with an awesome performance. Runner to second is Dimes. Here's a 2-1 to Stretch Armstrong. That is not gone. Nope. Just caught by Latour. Dimes goes to third, and here's Burrow, the 3-0. Joe Burrow. Oh, nice diving grab in left field by Arno Drockenberg. Top 8 we go. So here's the thing. Even if Vaughn is done right now, you can use Brady here and finish the game. Whenever it is Ricky Vaughn comes out, he gives single to Riverboat. What? What was that? Okay. Don't know why he been stacking paper. Just went to the third base dugout and then went back to center field, but okay. The 1-1, Tex Walker steps on the bag. Latourist, first pitch to him. Second, first, or Ricky Vaughn can just not come out in this game at all. He might not at this point. Ricky Vaughn has been awesome. Bob Beaumont is in the ballgame now for Outer Banks. He gets a yell, that's ground out. Will Danny B get on base again? Danny, you got on base twice.
Literally the best player on the team.
Hey, don't go that far. 0-1. I thought Danny was going back to first on a wild pitch, which was kind of weird, but he does get to second. Here's stacking paper, the 1-1. Ben stacking paper into the gap, so Danny B will score. And stacking paper is the one who drives him in. It's 9-1. One of them funky-looking, crooked numbers up on the board for Detroit again. Here is Victor Herrera, who flies out. Now Haywood Dinkle, 3-2. He walks. Nickels and dimes. Here's the 0-1. Nickels and dimes. Back up the middle for a base hit. Will stacking paper score? Yep. 10-1. Here's Scott Poe. First and second for Poe. Short, second. That's it for the inning. Top of the 9th. OBX needs what's more than a miracle. Dub City strikes out. Klaus Bergen Cannon, the 0-1. Bergen Cannon back up the middle base hit against Ricky Vaughn. Probably going to be the end of his day. He's thrown a lot of pitches. And it's Jack Brady, as I predicted. 1-2. Arno Drockenberg, center field. And Dan Halen's your final out for OBX. Will he be? Stacking paper, ranging. It was Dimes who found the baseball. And Detroit who suddenly finds the offense and find the World Series lead. And Danny, I am going to be honest, I'm scratching my head.
Yeah, I don't know where this offense has been.
I'm not entirely sure what just happened.
I mean, did we just watch the Demons or the Sloths? Like, they slugged the cover off that baseball. Going to give a big congrats to myself for my first hit, first run, first RBI, and first walk in the World Series.
Yay!
But
wait,
honestly, yeah, nobody cares about Danny B in that one. I mean, Ricky Vaughn, two runs would have been enough to win it. Ricky Vaughn was lights out, and sometimes that's what happens if you can give your pitcher a lead. They can just throw strikes for the rest of the game.
Ben Stacking Paper, Champions playoff game record for doubles with 3.
Wow.
He had a darn good day. Ricky Vaughn, by the way, your player of the game, he is fantastic. Walker Cato, 4 1/3, 5 earned. Farron Kincaid and Bob Beaumont both give up runs. You're not going to see Beaumont in Game 6. He threw 40. I think Detroit's bullpen's available for Game 6, at least, if necessary. So. Let's go up to the hitting. Get 3 hits for Stacking Paper and Dimes and Burrow. Joe Burrow had an awesome day. For OBX, it was 4 hits as a team. They got shut down. They had Game 1 and Game 2, they're strong, and then on the road, they just kind of started trickling off. But the 6-foot righty for Detroit, 8 1/3, no earned. Danny?
Hello.
Detroit can win a World Series if they can win Game 6. They can keep another season and another World Series loss for Outer Banks. Or the Aviators can turn into the beasts that they've been at home and take 2 away and rip the demon's captured souls right out and return them to their rightful owners. What will it be?
Well, the home team has won every game, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch here.
And I'm sorry, AW is right. It should be 2-2-1-1-1-1. He's right. Again, we're going to have changes for the aviators. At least I see. Let's see. Staminas, as always. Staminas for Obux.
Might have more changes for the demons, but we can do OBX first. We're looking at Justin Ripspot about to start the game. He's at 95%.
Love Joe's message. Whoa. That's all he said.
Yeah. He's a little behind
95% for Ripspot Razor.
Race Funk at 57% and Walker Cato at 28%. In your bullpen, Bob Beaumont, he is exhausted. Actually, as a relief pitcher, he's at 75%, and I believe he is a relief pitcher, so he's actually not that bad. Farron Bin Caden, 53% as a reliever, and I actually think the rest of your bullpen, 91%, 91%, 98%, and Johnny Unitas. So other than Johnny Unitas, nobody's perfect, but they're all pretty good. I think they'll be fine to pitch.
Pozos high leverage back on Danny.
All right, he's a little rested, and they want to see him in those situations. While we let the aviators think if they have any more changes, I just want to... Kit Garcia is set to start. He is the rested one. Ricky Vaughn is in the pen. Pretty tired. Probably won't get used, but he's there.
It will be if this game goes to 18 innings or something stupid. Aviators good?
Aviators good. I believe the demons are good.
Demons, Aviators, Game 6. Ready? Fight. Danny?
Ooh, is this me? Oh, boy.
Your turn, pal.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to manage this game up. It's going to be the rematch of Kit Carsey versus Justin Ripspot, and if you're an Aviators fan, this is not what you want to hear, but Kit Carsey did take their first matchup in Game 3. That was the first home game played in Detroit. But again, the home team has won every game, so maybe don't be too worried. Looking down our matchup here, I mean, you've seen it all game. You know what we're about to head into. We're going to get a prediction, and I'm actually going to take the prediction moment to take a 60-second. I will be right back.
This 60-second commercial break on your broadcast of the Season 26 World Series is brought to you by... Enoch, you didn't give me the reads. Thank you. This 60-second commercial break is brought to you by the PBE merch store. Open now. Go get your gear from all your favorite PBE teams. These Demons, these Aviators, how about some minor league teams, the Hepcats and the Dynamos, and more. That's what's on the PBE store.
Well, we're letting this prediction run out. Baseball players are a superstitious lot. While I was watching the championship series, I was sitting at my kitchen table with Ruth Heater Ginsburg. We were eating some sausage and beans, and when the Demons won, we were eating that meal. So we took what was left of it, we froze it, and actually at the start of Game 3, Ruth Heater Ginsburg brought the beans in on my desk. And things turned around there. So if you hear me mute myself for a brief moment while I'm casting this, it will be to take a moment to put some beans in my mouth.
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious. I don't joke about my superstitions.
Eat that meal every playoff game the rest of your life, right?
Well, I think it changes. In the Swifties championship run, I actually had a brand of whiskey that I was taking shots of after we won. It made for me being not very sober at the end of the World Series win.
God, you want to at least be conscious.
I wasn't casting that one. It was okay. I did sleep well
Yeah,
that
we won
night.
the World Series as I fall through a chair.
That's why we went with beans for this one. I got to be in a
What
good
kind
state
of
to
beans?
cast. God, I'd have to ask Ruth Heater Ginsburg. She's the cook. I mean, we got some tomato in here. We got some parsley, some sausage. They're like little white
That
beans.
doesn't sound like beans. That sounds like a salad.
No, it's mostly these little white beans.
No.
I would yell to ask what it is, but she actually just took the dog out. But enough about beans. Let's go. And it's going to be Justin Ripspod pitching to Ben Stacking Paper. He's going to send this one into right field. 4 and out. Victor Herrera now batting still over 300. He's going to check his swing, but could not hold up. They'll call that strike 3. On a pitch a little down and in. Here's Haywood Dinkle. Haywood Dinkle going to serve this into right field. The second baseman shows off that range, gets back there, and makes the overhead catch. 1-2-3 inning for Ripspod. Here comes Kid Carsey and Mike Latoris. And, I was about to say Mike Latour is going to lead it off with a single, but that play from Stanley Elnats was huge, that diving catch there. Dub City going to reach, though. And Joe Burrow will get that into first. They were thinking about a stolen base, maybe. It's going to be hit and run to get Dub City to third base. First and third with 1 out. Here's Drachenberg. Drachenberg on the ground. Can they turn 2? No, Danny B holds it. And the Aviators get their first run on the board. Dan Halen now with a 2-out chance to keep the game alive. Shortstop going to get that over to first to retire the side. The home team is in the lead again. That has been the theme of this playoffs. Nicholson Dimes going to strike out. 4 up, 4 down now for Justin Ripspot. Here's Scott Poe. And Scott Poe going to send this one into right field. It will be caught. Stretch Armstrong now. Going to take the pitch down the middle. The score's going to stay 1-0. 6 up, 6 down now for Justin Ripspot. And here comes Hunter Geist. He'll strike out looking. 20 strikeouts on the postseason for Hunter Geist. Here's Linus Riverboat. Going to sky this one into right field. Stanley Yonet's going back on it. Makes the grab. Here comes Tyler Swift now with 2 outs on the ground to short. And a 1-2-3 inning for Kid Carsey. Looks like we're going to have another pitcher's duel on our hands. As Joe Burrow strikes out on a pitch inside. Here comes Stanley. Stanley going to send this one into the right field corner into the Guga gap. He's rounding first, headed for second. He's rounding second, headed for third. He's safe, sliding with a 1-out triple. Danny B, chance to get an RBI here. He'll strike out. Ben Stacking Paper on the ground to the second baseman, played him deep and got the out. So the Demons threaten with a 1-out triple, but can't bring Stanley home. Here's Tex Walker. Both teams with 1 hit at this point, by the way. The Aviators going 1 hit, 1 run their first time around the order. The Demons going 1 hit, no runs. But a triple. Mike Latoris out now as well. Here's Dub City into center field. Had him played well. That's an out. Here comes Victor Herrera. Justin Ripspad, and Victor Herrera is going to reach with a single. Haywood Dinkle. First we'll have a stolen base. Safe. He slides into second. So runner in scoring position and no outs. Here's Haywood Dinkle. Good sound on that one. Sends the center fielder back. It looks like he'll make the grab, but it does put a runner on third with 1 out. Demons had this last inning and couldn't score him. Let's see if it goes any different here. Nicholson Dimes grounds out to second. To short. No chance there. And that's going to be an out as well. So the Demons are getting runners to third, but no further. It is still 0-1 after 3.5. Bergen Cannon takes a walk. Danny B, the 10th man for OBX. I'm going to cry. Drachenberg bunts the runner over to second. Here's Dan Halen. Up the middle. This should be an RBI. They'll get it in. The runner will turn back and stay at first, but it is 2-0 Aviators. Here's Hunter Geist. That one was hit well. I guess too slow for an out, though. Hunter Geist made a loud sound, but the third baseman unable to get it in, and now it's 1 out with the bases juiced. Kid Carsey needs an out bad. And this one will be sent into center field. It's shallow, but I think it's deep enough. No, they will hold. Bases juiced, 2 outs now for Tex Walker, who skies this one deep, but it's caught. So with 1 out and the bases juiced, Kid Carsey gets out, just giving up the 1 run. Here comes Stretch Armstrong. He's going to send this one to center. A couple of hard hit balls to center back to back. Maybe the ball's carrying that way, but not enough. Here's Joe Burrow, who will take a walk. Stanley Yelnats now hoping for another triple. He'll send this one into right field, and it will be caught. 2 outs for Danny B. Danny B swings the bat and strikes out. 20 strikeouts in the postseason for Danny B now. Feels like all 20 of them coming in this game. As Mike Latoris with a leadoff single. Shock. Agree. Dub City now with a runner on first and no outs. It looks like a little hit and run, but with the way the ball was hit, he had to turn back for first. Bergen Ken into right field. Stanley Yelnats has been a stud in that right field corner. And Drachenberg will be hit. So Dan Halen now with 2 outs and runners on first and second. He's going to reach with a base hit. Will they test the arm of Stanley Yelnats? They do. 3-0 OBX. Hunter Geistin now. Sends this one into right field. Diving catch, Stanley. We've been talking about his defense all series, and he does it again. That's a stunning play. Maybe clip that one, as it will hold the Aviators to just 1 run. Stacking paper going to reach with a single. Leadoff man on for Detroit. Here is Victor Herrera. But first we'll have the stolen base. He's safe. Runner in scoring position now for Victor Herrera with a 2-2 count. He's going to send this one into center, and it will be caught. Good arm. Keep stacking paper at second. We'll have a stolen base here. He's safe. It's going to be a 2-2 count for Dinkle. He's going to send this one into right field. Looks like it'll be caught, but could be good for Detroit's first run. Stacking paper running in. He slides. He's safe. 1-3. Base is clear now for Nicholson Dimes with 2 outs. The 0-1 sent into right field, center right. Looks like the center fielder will make the grab there. Good communication to avoid colliding. As Lioness Riverboat, Tyler Swift, and Tex Walker are due up. On the ground to third goes Riverboat. He's out. Duckworth Lewis in the game now for Detroit. He's going to get his second out here. And Tyler Swift in the ballgame. Strikeout. Poe, Armstrong, and Burrow due up for the Demons as they look to reverse their fate in this one. Scott Poe going to strike out. Looks like he held the swing up, but the umpire ringed him. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong deep into right field. That's gone. 374 feet. We have a 1-run ball game. It was a full count, and I bet Domingo Pozo is wishing he had just put him on with a ball outside. Instead, he went with a 1 at the bottom of the box there, and Armstrong took it deep. Here's Joe Burrow, who'll strike out looking. Stanley Yelnats now with 2 outs. Stanley to left field. Towering shot, caught on the fair side of the line. The top of the lineup now for the Aviators, hoping to add to the uncomfortable 1-run lead. And he'll beat that one out. Mike Latoris shows the legs off, beats out the White Rabbit, makes it to first. Dub City going to try and bunt. He missed it. He's going to try and bunt again. He pops this one up. Dub City maybe just swing the bat. I don't know. Here's Bergen Cannon. Bergen Cannon's going to swing the bat. That one's into left field. It should be good for 2. We'll see if they test the arm. No, it's going to be runners on second and third now for Drachenberg, who will hit one past the leaping third baseman for an RBI single. Runners on the corners now for Dan Halen. It's a 4-2 ball game. Dan Halen past the third baseman again. It's another RBI single. Runners first and second. Here's Hunter Geist. He's been swinging it well. And he hits this one a mile high into right field. It's going, and it's caught. Shy of the wall. Good enough to advance the runners to the corners again for Lioness Riverboat, who will strike out. Tim Galvin works out of trouble, giving up a pair. Here's Danny B. Danny B hits one to the right field corner. He's got his second hit of the World Series. Lead-off double for Danny B. The strong part of the order due up. Here's Ben stacking paper. He'll strike out. Victor Herrera. He'll strike out. And Haywood Dinkle. It's a balk. Danny B gets to go to third for free. It's a 2-2 count. And a strikeout. So, as usual, Danny B does something and the Demons do nothing. Wait a minute. That's the opposite of usual. Wow, that was a 9-pitch at bat for Haywood Dinkle, by the way. As Tyler Swift now delivers this one into left field. Catch made. Here's Tex Walker again into left field. Another out. Mike Latoris now in the the bottom of the 8th. Keeping the left fielder busy. Nicholson Dimes hauls that one in. So 3 outs for the Demons. It's Dimes, Poe, and Armstrong due up. They need 3 runs to keep this game alive. Here's Dimes. Strikeout. Scott Poe. He's going to hit this one into center. Center fielder's tracking it well and makes the grab. 2 outs now for the Demons. Here's Stretch Armstrong. On the ground to second. And we will have a Game 7. Best of 1 in Outer Banks. As they celebrate on the field, I have a concern. Home runs coming in this game. Just 1 from Stretch Armstrong. 3 RBIs and 3 hits for Dan Halen.
Just 1 from Stretch Armstrong.
Ooh, I think I'm getting some
3
echo
RBIs
from Mike.
and 3 hits for Dan Halen. Just 1.
Not sure what happened. I think we're good now. Echo is gone. On to the pitching. It was a pitcher's duel. Kid Carsey goes 5, gives up 3. Rip Spot goes 6, gives up just the 1. And then the OBX bullpen was just a little bit better. Pozo only giving up 1. Galvin giving up 2 for Detroit. Pozo, Binkaden, and McDonald all pitched. Justin Ripspod, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned, is your player of the game.
And I'd like to congratulate your Season 26 World Series champion, the home team.
Well, we're not quite there yet, but let me go ahead and finish the day up.
Stamanon.
Let's get it a save.
Also, by the way, shout out to Keegan who put 47,000 channel points down in Detroit and lost them all.
Oof.
Like, that's cool. Put down 47,000. Like, I totally get the, like, ha ha ha, I'm going to bet on the other team. So the karma gods, but like, 4.7 mil. Okay, well, that's, whatever.
So here's your stamina. It's Ray's Funk due to start this one for you. He's 100%. He's rested, and he's hot. Other than him, you've got Beaumont, 82% in the relief position. Walker Cato, 60%, slightly tired. You've got Justin Ripspot. He is out. He is exhausted. Farron Binkaden, 44% tired. You've got Flame McDonald, 82% rested. Domingo Pozo, 60%, slightly tired. Hunter Sky, he's rested, ready to go. And Johnny Unitas, 100% ready to go. For the Demons, I think we're going to go ahead and put Ricky Vaughn in that stopper role. We're going to give him the high leverage. I believe he should be ready. Ooh, he's 42% tired.
No, he's not.
Tim Galvin at 55% slightly tired, and striker spin rate at 100% rested.
Interesting to see what Detroit will do with Galvin. He's been getting blown up this series. Same thing with the Duckworth Lewis.
He certainly has.
So as we get you set for Game 7, here's my big question. Does Detroit have well, first of all, can they score on a road? Second of all, do they have the bullpen? If Molly Mitchell doesn't do what Ricky Vaughn did in Game 5, what can you do? Walker Cato, middle relief, long relief, Danny.
All right, yep, I just got that pulled up on my end. Cato to middle relief.
Cato to MERP. Secondary lerp.
So
anything else?
To a 2-man, and it's Race Funk starting. I'm not seeing anything for the Demons. I did go ahead. I set Galvin off of high leverage. I put Ricky Vaughn on middle relief, normal usage.
Now, Danny, here's the question. Are you calling this or am I?
Oh, geez. That's a question.
Stamina for Binkaden and Pozo again.
Binkaden, he's at 44% tired. And you said Pozo, who is at 60% slightly tired.
Also, you put the long relief on Unitas, not on Cato. So take the long relief off of
Oh.
Johnny Unitas and put it on a Walker Cato.
Johnny Unitas is in middle relief.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he should be non-specified and Cato should be middle relief long. You can confirm that, AW.
Yeah, if we can get a confirmation from AW.
And then get the long relief on Cato. On the secondary, Danny. Normal usage on Ben Caden, remove high leverage on Pozo.
Sorry, what was that?
Go from use more often on Ben Caden, make it normal.
Keep
And
him
then
set
remove
up.
the high leverage from Pozo.
Removing the high leverage.
And remove the long relief from Unitas.
Got it. I apologize for hitting the wrong option.
Yeah,
there.
Unitas should be non-specified normal blank, right? I believe that's what we... Well, I don't know. I thought I saw you grab Walker Cato, but I guess you didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. They were right next to each other. I'll just flip back and forth so we can make sure it's all good.
Razor, if you don't mind confirming you guys are good. To my understanding, you are.
We see them typing. Unitas can be low, avoid high leverage. He can just be avoid high leverage. There's no low option.
Okay, that's right then.
Perfect. I still haven't seen anything in the Demons channel. Mike just pinged him up.
They want Pozo to 8th and close. Or close or whatever. And then is done.
So from 7th and close to 8th and close.
Yes.
That is done. Got a from Joe.
Prayers for Funk. Not allowed. Sorry.
Looks like we are good. Alrighty. Where are my scores? Scores is what I'm looking for. So this is game 7. Why don't, if you want to call like the first 5 innings, I'll go from there.
No, okay. You want the fun part. All right.
I do want the fun part. Oh, I see another ping in aviators. Oh, that's just you.
Nope, that's just me. That's just me doing my thing. Stick around post game afterwards.
All right.
Well, I mean, we've got a Detroit here. I mean, if nothing else, we've got a demon right here. So
Yes, I will definitely be around. Why don't I go ahead and save this again? I'm pretty sure I did once, but I'll do it twice.
I think I'm gonna sit up for this one.
Sounds like
All
a
right.
good call.
Here we go. Detroit is ready. Outer Banks is ready. Lineups for Game 7. Stack and Paper, Herrera, Poe, Dinkle, Armstrong, Burrow, Dimes, Danny B. Stanley Elnets, that's your lineup for Detroit. Molly Mitchell pitches for a 3rd time in a series here in Game 7. Latour, Stubb City, Bergen Cannon, Drockenberg, Halen, Geist. Then Riverboat, Swift, Walker, and a 3rd time Race Funk. I said at the top of this broadcast, I will say it again.
We definitely need a prediction, by the way.
Raise Funk 3 times, really, really bad plan. Let's see if I'm right.
We definitely want a prediction. I think I have my mod account up somewhere. Here it is. I guess I can do it. What was the last prediction?
Was who's going to win?
I think I know the answer to that one. Choose outcome.
Who's your
OBX.
champion?
Complete prediction. Complete prediction. So that should have paid out OBX, and then I'll do the slash prediction. Start prediction. Oops. Who are your world or season 26 champions? Detroit. OBX.
Mind's eye that sees into the future tells me. I think it tells me Detroit wins. What does your head tell you, Danny?
Oh, my head is confused. My heart knows, though. My heart knows. It knows that as long as I predict on OBX right here, they will lose. OBX with 130,000 channel points in this, by the way. I think the Demons went hard on the last one and lost their channel points, so we're at 7.6k.
Oh my gosh, I need to get on this bet for the sheer
Odds, yeah.
odds. Yeah. Stream load quicker. Eh. Is the prediction over already?
Nope, it's got like 10 seconds.
Ah, show me the prediction. Oh, I don't think it's gonna show it to me. Ugh, Sag. Big Sag. All right. Is it done?
No, it looks like it's still up. I'm confused.
What?
Oh no, it says closed. I don't know why there's a timer
Oh,
timer going down on it on my thing still.
you lied.
I did. You ready?
Are you ready?
No, but good luck to both teams. And
Detroit, you're ready. OBX, you're ready. Fight!
let's do Demons!
Top of the first, Race Funk. Ben Stack and Paper ground ball. First base, Funk covers one out in the top of the first. Here's Herrera, 3-1. Victor Herrera, center field. And that's out number 2. 2-2 to Scott Poe. He strikes out. Be cool to slow the speed down in like the 7th, 8th, and 9th, Danny, if it's close.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
That'd be fun. Not pitch by pitch, just like slow the animations down. Get more suspenseful. Mike Latoris grounds out, so does Dub City. Klausberg in cannon, 2-2. Molly Mitchell throws 15 pitches and is out of the first clean. Race Funk out of the first clean as well. Dinkle, who's been red hot, 11 pitches in the first for Funk. Make it 14 now through 4 outs. Dinkle pops out, 2-2 to Stretch Armstrong. I'm going to bring up that pitch count a lot, because bullpens have been taxed heavily, especially Detroit's has been beaten badly. 2-1 to Joe Burrow. Burrow, center field, your hero of Game 5 in Detroit, flies out. Here's Drockenberg, 2-0. Arno to second, first, quickly, there's an out. Here's Dan Halen, 3-1. Halen, short, first. Out number 2, 3-2 to Geist. Geist strikes out Molly Mitchell, 26 pitches, 2 innings. 7, 8, 9 coming up
6 up, 6 down.
for each side. Here's Dimes, 3-2. Nichols and Dimes strikes out. Race Funk, 98 by him.
Good at bat, though.
Here's Danny B, the 1-1. Danny right to short. Here's the Nats, 3-2. Struck him out. Funk is perfect through the first time through. It took him 39 pitches to do it. And Mitchell answer it, do the same. Linus Riverboat says no. I'm going to double off the center field wall. This might be a triple. Linus Riverboat is in at third. No outs. The 1-1 to Swift. That is into center. Good catch by Stacking Paper. Full extension on the dive. Still 1-0. Riverboat gets home, but it would have been a lot worse situation if Stacking Paper didn't steal the ball out of the sky. Walker gets hit on a 1-2. Really bad way to put somebody on. Throw from Burrow, not in time. Walker's on second for Latoris. The 0-2 to Mike Latoris. Back up the middle into center. It's stacking papers free. Throw home in time. Got it.
Let's go.
Gun down Walker. Ben stacking paper flashes the leather and the shoulder.
And guess who's due up? What did I say earlier? Big play on defense. You're going to come right back up.
3-2 to stacking paper from Rays. Funky strikes out. Funk shuts him down. Here's Herrera. Victor Herrera short to first. Rays Funk is in deal mode. Scott Poe, 1 pitch, 1 out, 1-0 OBX. Funk hasn't given up a darn thing. He's got 5 Ks through 4. 2-2 to Klausberg and Cannon hit right at second. Here's Drockenberg, 0-2, Arno into right. That is a dive and catch. The 1-2, Dan Halen into right field again for Yelnats. He's got it. Here's the 3-2 to Haywood Dinkle. Haywood Dinkle is going to break up the playoff perfect game. He's on first. Finally, runner on for Stretch Armstrong. He's got 4 home runs in a series, so 1-1. That is down the third base line. Is this going to score a run? No, it's not. It's going to get Dinkle to third. And Armstrong to second with the Game 5 hero Burrow at home. The 1-1. Joe Burrow's going to tie the game. Will he give him the lead? No, he won't. They're going to hold the runner for nickels and dimes. The 1-2 to Dimes. Struck him out. Got him. Middle in, right where a hitter wants it, but Funk gets the out here. Danny B, center field. Is this going to be in time? The throw home? No. Armstrong dives in front. Detroit has a 2-1 lead in the top of the 5th. Funk was perfect, and now he's given up the lead, and Yelnats flies to left. Geist, Riverboat, and Swift need to garner a response quickly. The 0-1 from Geist, weak 1 to second. That's caught. The 3-0 to Riverboat. Linus, he walks. Molly Mitchell crosses the 60-pitch mark for Swift. First pitch. We're going to have Riverboat. Got him. Joe Burrow gunning him down. That's stacking paper, and Burrow gunning people down. The Demon defense is on it.
And here comes stacking paper again, leading things off for the Demons in the top of the 6th. Stacking paper goes back up the middle, but it's on the infield. Here's Victor Herrera. He's cold all of a sudden. He's going to strike out. Scott Poe now, first season with the Demons. The only World Series veteran for the team. He's going to fly out to right. A 1-2-3 inning for Rays Funk. Molly Mitchell into the 6th inning now. Grounder from Tex Walker. Mike Latoris in the ball game. On the ground to short. That's an out. Dub City, 2 outs. 3-1 count. On the ground to short. Back-to-back grounders to short. Get Molly out of the inning. Top of the 7th. It's still Rays Funk. Haywood Dinkle back up the middle. Oh, and it's going to be an error. It's going to let Haywood Dinkle reach safely on first. Bergen Cannon couldn't secure the ball on his mitt. Here's Stretch Armstrong now. Going to take a walk on a full count. This could be it for Rays Funk. It's not. Here's Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow going deep to center field. It's caught, and they will stay parked at first and second. Nicholson dimes now on the ground to the pitcher. It's past the pitcher, and everyone's safe. Bases juiced for Danny B. Danny B hits it. Danny B to left field. Danny B with a grand slam in the World Series. My, oh my, it's 6-1 Detroit. I cannot believe what I am seeing. I cannot believe what I am saying. It's a 1-out grand slam for Danny B, who's done nothing all series, all season. Stanley Elnats, strike out. I'm shaking. Ben stacking paper now will strike out as well. Klaus Bergen Cannon will step up for Outer Banks, and they need to get some momentum going.
The guy who hasn't hit a home run in a month just hit a grand slam off the best pitcher in baseball.
And Molly Mitchell now
puts 2 on. This is what OBX needs if they're going to come back, to get runners on and get the lead right back. That's into the right field corner, should score a run. It's going to be a double for Dan Halen. This could be it for Molly Mitchell as Hunter Geist steps in.
Look on Molly. It's quick.
Tim Galvin is out and walks the bases loaded.
And Galvin has been blown up.
This one got under it. It has distance, but it was too hit too high. It will work as a sac fly for Riverboat. 1 out now. Full count for Tyler Swift as the bases are juiced once again. Here's Tex Walker. Tex Walker on the ground in right field. It'll get 1 home. Could it get 2 home? They beat the throw. It's a 1-run ball game.
We're doing extras in this game, aren't we?
It seems that way. Here's Mike Latoris against Tim Galvin. On the ground to third. Did he get the bag to get the out at third? No.
Oh, we didn't get the bag.
Striker spin right in now. He's going to get the strikeout. Bergen Cannon in now. Pops this one up on the infield. And loading the bases, loading the bases, loading the bases. Detroit manages to get out of it with a lead. Victor Herrera due up with a 1-run lead. He strikes out. Domingo Pozo with the strikeout. 3 strikeouts in the game. Here's Scott Poe. Back to the pitcher. And it's another error by the Aviators. It's going to let Scott Poe reach second base with 1 out on the throwing error. Here's Haywood Dinkle. He'll ground out, but that'll get Poe to third. Stretch Armstrong now with a chance for an RBI. He sends this one into right field, but it's caught. They had him shaded well. Drockenberg.
So you got 6 out to play. Mid-order now.
That's right. Drockenberg, Halen, and Geist. You feel like this is the situation that Detroit needs to get through, and that's a quick out from striker spin rate. Here's Dan Halen. Dan Halen's going to reach a single into left field, played in.
You cannot afford a second hit in the inning.
You cannot, and Hunter Geist is going to try and do just that. One of the better hitters. Could this be a double play? No. Second to short, it's a fielder's choice. Riverboat with 2 outs. Stolen base. This one's good. Hunter Geist with a stolen base. Here's Linus Riverboat. He's going to get this one past the leaping shortstop. Could this tie the game? It will. Linus Riverboat ties the game. And it's going to be extras. You can just tell. Here's Tyler Swift. Pops out in foul territory. Haywood Dinkle hauls it in.
Would you like the 9th so you can get your brown paper bag? Or would you like me to take this so you can get your paper bag?
I think I'll be all right. Here's Joe Burrow. Right. Joe Burrow strikes out.
Here's your pitcher for the 9th.
Nicholson Dimes
going.
Strikes out. Grand Slam hero Danny B. He's going to hit this one on the ground to short and not beat the play out. So a chance to walk it off for Tex Walker, Mike Latoris, and Dub City. Joe Burrow says slow this in. We probably should have done that.
Yeah, we should have. Do that.
I forget.
It's options, game options. Nope, right. Not that button. Right. 3D animation speed. Go to normal.
Normal it is. Game action.
Normal. Let's be extra mean.
Here is Tex Walker. Striker spin rate. Into the wind. The pitch. On the ground to second base. Danny B throws out Tex Walker. Here comes Mike Latoris. Hits this one into right field. It's going to fall. This is a little slow.
Maybe normal's a little too slow.
Here's Dub City. Dub City sends this one into left field, and it's going to get the runner to second. The runner's headed for third. Will he try for home on this? He will. The throw is at short. And it's a walk-off for the Outer Banks Aviators. They win in the bottom of the 9th. Dub City redeems himself, and in Game 7, the Aviators take the championship.
The Outer Banks Aviators are your Season 26 champions of the world. And the Aviators, for the first time in franchise history, they've been here since the beginning, and now they are your champions. After all this time. Congratulations, Aviators. You have finally taken off with a championship. Dub City, who walked it off against New York, walks it off against Detroit. That one hit is all you need. 0 for 4, 1 for 5. Who cares about the other 4? Not a soul in Outer Banks. 5 hits for Detroit, 5 RBIs from Danny B. He put on a show with a grand slam. But it was OBX, Latoris with a 3-hit game, Dub City with the most important hit of the year, Drockenberg 1, Halen 2, Geist none, Riverboat 2, Swift none, Walker 1, and 2 RBIs. Tex Walker, a great series. Race Funk, 6 1/3, 5 earned. OBX probably thought they were in deep trouble when that man got into it, but Pozo came in, shut the door for an inning, and Hunter Sky. If you were a betting man and you saw who's going to win Game 7, who's going to get the W, you would not have had Hunter Sky on your radar. Molly Mitchell, 6 innings, 4 earned, outperformed Funk, didn't get the win. Galvin the hold and striker spin rate blows the save in the bottom of the 9th. Linus Riverboat, your player. I don't know how that is in Dub City for your player of the game. Dub City's your player of the game because he won Outer Banks a World Series.
And we will check out your playoff coverage here. Should have Mike Latoris as your series MVP, the right fielder for Outer Banks. If we look at what he did out of the leadoff spot, it was 12 for 31 with a home run and 4 RBIs on the series, batting .387, .441 on base percentage, and slugging just shy of 600 at .581.
And I'm going to check and see if we have post-game, Danny.
I believe we do.
So we should probably move to the place where they can see us.
We can do that. I'll hop channels right now. Here we are. You want to make some noise so I can make sure I can still hear you?
Yes.
Perfect. You should be good.
Okay, your champions trying to get a hold of somebody down on that field for a post-game interview. What a series, though. 7 games again. We are just the harbingers of 7-game series, aren't we?
We sure are, but it's the World Series. It should not go any other way.
Oh, wow. Race Funk didn't lose a start the whole year. Because it was not Funk who lost Game 4.
It was Ripspot.
No, that was Ben Caden.
Oh, it was Game 4.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
I'm still in disbelief. Danny B hit the grand slam, and I thought, we were in for some history. We are in for some history. It's just not the history I anticipated. Detroit came into the series with a 3-1 record on the season versus Outer Banks, but that will now be a 6-5 record, and they will lose the series.
Unbelievable. Home team wins all 7. It was Detroit in the first 2, OBX in the first 2, Detroit in the middle 3, and then OBX to the finish.
Yeah, home field advantage has always been huge.
Detroit is choosing to pass by the post game. Understandable after you get your hearts broken in a 7th game after having a 3-2 lead in a series, and Outer Banks up 2-0. Like I said, 2-0 down 3-2. Hope some heart checks were made, and hope nobody had a heart attack. Danny, how you doing?
Never eating beans again.
That's your lucky beans, huh?
No, I feel good. It's Detroit's first time in the World Series. We'll be back. We'll do better. We didn't even really do bad here. 6-7, you lose in the 9th inning. We went as far as the team can possibly take it. The pitching was good, just as advertised. Did not expect Game 7 to have 5 of our team's 6 RBIs be Danny B. Also wouldn't have expected that you lose with 6 runs. If we look at the series, it looks like how many games even went past 6 runs? The first 2 did, but 3 and 4 didn't. Neither did 5. So in about half the game, 6 runs would have been enough to win it. Not in this one. We do have a ping from the Aviators. They're going to send CK. I can send him a server invite if you're not already on it.
Can you do that, Danny,
See,
please?
it's CK Royal, right?
Yeah, I don't know where to immediately find him. You might have better luck.
Search CK Royal. Oops, I can use the copy button. It's hidden. There is your invite, CK Royal. You can hit join. You can hop in the channel. You can hop in voice chat. I recommend you mute the stream before you do it. Otherwise, you'll be hearing some
So
echo.
we don't have Echo City.
We won't hear the echo. It'll just be you.
Yeah,
But that makes it hard to be interviewed.
but it's painful on the ears.
Yes,
Trust me.
it's not fun.
Although I think anything's fun when you win a World Series.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Sorry, too soon.
Hey, one for one in World Series now is Danny B. Winning the minor league World Series. CK Royal's in. He should be able to hop right into the voice channel at the bottom there. I don't think he needs any kind of special permissions. But just in case he does, I can give him the Aviators role. I will say, too, good game, Outer Banks. I don't think I said it. It was a phenomenal series. You guys kept us on our heels. You let us back in, and you made for truly a fantastic postseason. And it looks like we have CK Royal in the chat now. I'm sorry, in the voice chat.
Waiting on CK. Hello, do we have you?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Awesome.
Hey, congratulations on your first World Series, sir.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, a long time coming. From season 1. The season 22, you were general manager of this team, and you didn't win a single World Series. And now, finally, a few seasons after you leave the big seat, you watch your franchise get one. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's special. I couldn't have handed it off to anyone better than A-Dub. He is the absolute best. I'm extremely proud of what he's been able to do with this team to take it to the next level.
And this is a core that's been together for quite a long time. You know, I mean, Cato and Baird and Caden, Ripspod, Bergen Cannon, names I know of OBX since I've been in this league. It's been together a long time. You built this core like I said, long time ago. So what was your guys' mindset as an organization these last few seasons to just stay in place and not maybe go crazy with moves like some other franchises do? You still believed in this team?
Yeah, we knew all along that we had the core pieces in place to do big things, and what A-Dub and Razor have been able to do is just be more aggressive probably than I would have been in putting those last few pieces in place to make that next step. And yeah, as I said before, could not have picked anyone better.
What's the ninth inning? Heart racing? Are you okay? Do we need to have a heart monitor check on you two? I know your successors were worried about possible stroke and heart attack earlier. I mentioned that in the broadcast.
Oh man, that whole series was stressful, especially after we fell behind after game 5. But yeah, when Detroit put up a 4 spot, it was at the 6th inning, 7th inning, something like that. Yeah, that was definitely unnerving, but we're able to respond and get it done.
This young core, too, you're behind a dish. Of course, you get to see everything out in front of you, and Tex Walker and Linus Riverboat and some of your younger players really good. I would assume for you to see them contribute a lot to this team.
Yeah, it really is. Linus was actually my last first round pick, so that's a little bit of a feather in my cap there, but yeah, definitely love to see what we've been able to do the last couple seasons and what I think we'll be able to continue for a little while here.
Yeah, and I do want to ask you, you know, what do you think? I mean, what do you think going forward? You know, there is some of this team that is getting a little bit older, but outside of that, this still should be a club that's together at least next season. How do you guys feel going forward?
Yeah, we're definitely getting a little deeper into regression with the season 15, 16, 17 guys, but yeah, we've got some youth in the team yet. Dub City, you know, yet to hit regression, and as you mentioned, Linus and Tex and Flame, all younger players in this team. So that yeah, I think we've got a couple good seasons left in us anyway.
And I mean, CK, I'll just kind of open the floor. Is there anything you want to say? You know, you've been here since the inception. Legitimately, I mean, one of the first general managers in this league, and now you're a champion. But 4 years in real life, not in the PBE, in real life. 4 year real life years later.
Yeah, Bailey and I started this team together almost 4 years ago. Made the World Series in season one. Almost got this monkey off our back right away, and now it's been hanging over us this whole time. We've gotten a few cracks at it, and finally, finally, we get it done. I'd just like to thank Bailey, A Dub, Razor, Newford, Keegan, all the guys for sticking with us and yeah, just seeing this thing through.
You played the maximum number of playoff games, and
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if I've
believe
ever
so.
seen that done. Um, is perhaps the goal for next season to do it a little quicker?
Yeah,
Because it's hard to set goals for that next season after you win it. It's like, well, we're got to do it again. Well, you know, what can we strive for?
yeah, that definitely wasn't the route we would have preferred or what we thought was going to happen, but yeah, we got it done anyway. Hopefully we can hopefully we can try to run it back next year and maybe a little more efficiently. But a win's a win and we'll take it and run.
Danny, do you have any questions for CK?
No, I mean, just congratulations. You did a great job. I mean, the drafting for your team has been huge. The free agent pursuits, and you guys have been kind of on top of the league for a couple seasons now with the win total tied the Rougarous this season. But just congratulations to the championship culture you've built over there, and glad to see you guys have a World Series trophy to prove it.
Thank you.
Or as
Yeah,
I like to call it,
congratulations again, CK, one of the
Hummus Cup.
founding general managers. What were you saying, Danny?
Or as I like to call it, the Hummus Cup.
Yes, the Hummus Cup. All right, CK, I'll let you go lift your World Series trophy. I'm sure they'll give you a crack at it.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, thank you. CK Royal, everybody, one of the founders of the Aviators. All right, now we do actually have one of the guys who's been with the Demons for a long time joining us in the booth / down to the field, whatever you want to do. Cortezi, are you there?
I'm here.
I feel
Well,
that.
you made it this far. You lose in a game 7 on a walk-off. It's got to feel bad, but at the same time, you guys did well. You had a really good season. You made it here. You know, to just talk about what your feelings are right now. What's going through your mind?
Well, I just had to come back from the morgue because I'm sure I had that heart attack we were super concerned about. But I mean, losing sucks. Everybody knows that. Like, what else can I say? But I mean, congrats to Outer Banks. Like, of course, like they've been through kind of like hell for 26 seasons. So for them to win it, like the way they won a World Series is the way they usually would lose it. So it has to just feel extra good for them. And I'm happy for those guys over there. I like to poke fun at them, sometimes messing around, but they earned it. That's awesome. I'm going to sit back personally and think about game 7. And it just, it sucked basically, how they put some of those pitchers in that maybe were tired over some better ones, but you can't do anything about that. But it's okay. I mean, the Demons, love us or hate us, like it means something to, we play in that murderer's row that is the Champions East. We had to play Indianapolis, who's super good. We had to play Sarasota, who's super good, and then we had to play Outer Banks, who's super good. And if you would have told me that we would have had a 6-1 lead with only a couple innings left in Game 7 of the World Series, I don't know if I would have believed you, but we did it. We got there, and I think that's why I feel so bad. I feel so bad for all the guys who are in that locker room working their tails off. They've been building their players for so long, especially Super TARDIS, who really came in like when the Demons were at their lowest point, and he really just changed the culture, turned everything around. And I mean, this whole time in the back of my head, I've been just like really wanting to win it for him because nobody is like more deserving than he is. He's such a great person, and he's the reason we are where we are, But we're still a semi-young team, and we got a lot of good years still coming. So, I mean, I kind of think we'll be back sooner than later. So I'm looking forward to just being even better next year and focusing on the future. And I'm hopeful. It's of course it's gonna stink right now, but my God, we got a great group of people there. There's only going to be, most people are coming back, so we're gonna just do it again. That's the goal now. Is just refocused. We got that close, and now we're just focused to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess we can talk about the year first. Just I guess talk about the year you had. I mean, like you said, you played Indy, you played Sarasota, you played your 2 division mates that played the playoffs. You guys were really, really hot at the end of the year.
I don't know
as you seem to be the last couple.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know what it is. Like for some reason, we always go into especially the last 2 seasons, which has really been like the window opening for where we're at. Like last season, we started off real slow, and it was like, oh, this kind of stinks, like whatever. And then we went, I think we went 40-5 down the stretch to just like burn into the playoffs. And we did as good as we could against New Orleans, but hey, that was still further than a lot of Demons teams have gone in the past. So like it was all positive. And then this year, same thing. I mean, we started off real slow. It didn't make any sense. At one point, we were like, I think it was like 6 or 7 games behind like our Pythagorean, and I was like, man, it's just bad luck. What are you gonna do? And then for some reason, in the second half of this year, 2 years running now, it just kind of like turns around. I have no idea if it's based on just who we ended up playing and schedule and stuff, or just apparently we're just gonna be like we're gonna just be very awful for the first 2 months of the season and then figure it out. I don't know how to fix that, honestly.
Perhaps it's the Detroit cold. Maybe Demons don't like the cold.
Although, yeah, those Detroit early April snow games are just awful on us, I guess. Maybe we should just move to the south. Who knows?
Put yourselves down south in name and in team, perhaps. But yeah, looking forward to your future. This is you say semi-young. I say it's, of course, still pretty young. Especially the Haywood Dinkle acquisition keeps you guys young. Poe's not getting any younger, obviously, but other than that, I mean, you guys should still be together for the future. I think you guys would be back, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're right about that. Because I think, Molly Mitchell, like she was lights out. Her first regression season was this year, and then I think next year it's only the first regression season for Stack and Paper and Herrera. So like next year it'll be my peak season with Dimes and a couple other guys, and then some of our other guys like Danny B, who maybe
he's not going to get better. Like you understand that, right?
Oh, I don't want to say it, but it feels that way, right? No, I don't want to hear it. You hit a grand slam home run, so your story was written perfectly. It doesn't matter if you're going to be awful the whole time and then just knock that grand slam.
What a story that would have been.
Yeah. Unfortunately, things didn't work out that way, but that just means, like I said, you'll get it next time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, coming back next season, I'm sure is your plan. I mean, you made it to that first round. You had the tough series with OBX. You get OBX out of the way from Sarasota. Now you've gotten to the World Series. Now that you have the taste, would you like to taste the blood? You smelled the blood. Would you like to taste it next year?
Yeah, we're gonna taste a lot of blood, and by that analogy, I'm not worried about it. If people want to bet on us, that's probably a smart bet because we're coming for it. So I can't wait.
Indy 35-1.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Which, by the way, we blew that game on purpose for everybody, so you're also welcome for that.
Nearly $1 billion to the league. I'll just I'll leave you your final thoughts, unless you're one of your partners in crime in Detroit has any questions for you,
Wow.
any post game stuff.
I don't think anybody has any questions for me, but if they do, that's cool. But if I'm gonna leave the floor, it's funny. I joked with Taco right before the World Series, like, "Hey, how are you enjoying all this?" And he's having a blast. And I was just like, I just want you to know, every season isn't go to the World Series, so just don't assume that this is how it's always going to be. And he said very confidently, he goes, "Well, it is for the next few," and that made me feel real good. Everybody's positive. There's gonna be a couple, like I said, there's gonna be a couple changes that I'm not thrilled with, but it had to happen. And like I understand it, and I don't know if I can speak out of turn and announce those things, but I'm sure people will find out soon enough if they don't already know. But we got some things coming down the pipe. I'm excited for the future of the Demons, all over the place, and yeah, no, it's all positivity over here. It hurts to lose the way we just lost, but hey, that like you said, we almost drank the blood, so let's just fill up the cup for next season. So the league's kind of put on notice, right?
All right, Cortezi, you're runner up, man, but maybe you'll be back next season.
There's no maybe about it. We'll be there.
let's win some more home games or some more regular season games next season and get home field advantage. How about it?
All right, if that's what you want, if that'll make you happy.
Thanks for coming
Dick
on.
Cortezi 81.
Hey, I just want to say real quick, thank you
Oh, yeah,
for
go
everything
ahead.
you guys do. This great stream. It was at the edge of my seat. I appreciate the work that you put in to make the league one of the best there is. Okay, thanks again, guys.
Oh, thank you very much, Dick Cortezi, everybody.
Absolutely happy to do it. Take care.
Well, Danny, I think that's gonna do it for our year, huh?
I think that is going to do it for our year. We got the off season coming up. I did see someone ask when the giveaway was going to be. It's
I messaged
definitely-
Thomas.
Yeah, it's going to be a Hummus God thing. I think it'll probably be maybe awards or a draft stream or something. The thread is locked. I do have all the submissions saved up for him, so it's just a question of when he can get on stream and spin the wheel. You know how we love our spinny wheels.
Wheel.
And we definitely want to bring you that on stream. So I did not prepare for that, so we don't have that for you today. But it will be coming probably whatever the next stream is.
Yes, AW. I did say that, by the way. I did say in like game 5, after game 5, I did say, remember how I said the road team wins these games all time in this series? Yes, I did say that. That to be mentioned if you're still here. But yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks to all the hundreds of users that are involved in the PBE, the about 30 people still watching the stream right now. That's going to do it for your season 26 in the Pro Baseball Experience. Thank you so much for experiencing this with us. Thank you to the general managers, the sim sim team wise. Thank you to all of my coworkers, the co-hosts and streamers that you are. My guys over in the stats team, we tried something a little new this year. We're gonna have to tweak it, I think. Just perhaps not perfect just yet. But yeah. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, moderators. Thank you very much. File updaters, which I am one. Thank you, guys. I'm sure I can say that on behalf of the league without
Shout out 209
much
Tacos
quorum.
again. We did earlier, but
Yes,
he brought those
graphics. That's
graphics.
what I was thinking of. 209 Tacos graphics team. Thank you so much. Some cool graphics for you guys coming up. He made Tacos made the overlay. He made the KC and Chicago 3 graphic. He made this graphic right here. He made this graphic right here. The OBX and the Detroit things. Thank you very much, Mr. Tacos. So, just because our season's over doesn't mean these streams are over. Wednesday, July the 28th, your prospect showcase. So what we have scheduled right now for the season 27 off season. Season 27 will begin at midnight. Is it midnight tonight or tomorrow, Danny?
The off season, I believe, begins midnight tonight. So you can start getting some of those signings and have a little extra time to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so midnight tonight, the off-season begins. Season 27 off-season streaming schedule as follows. Prospects Showcase, Wednesday, July the 28th. All the prospects that are to be drafted by the minors in Season 27 draft come up, and the Season 28 majors draft the following season. Your Prospect Showcase is coming up on Wednesday. Majors draft, all you rookies that still might be wandering around that want to be in this World Series someday, you'll figure out which franchise you're going to have a chance to do that with on a Thursday. We know the host for that. You'll have AJ with you for that one. The Miners Draft is a week from tonight. All you true rookies, or even you recreates, that are going to find out what Miners franchise you're going to. You elected to draft. You're going to find out on Saturday, July the 31st, and a week from Sunday. The Season 26 Awards and Hall of Fame with LBG as your host. And that is coming up. You can find it all on twitchtv.com/PBE Sim.
That's right, and we're closing up our upload here. Don't know if you have any parting shots for the good people still with
Nope.
us.
The only parting shots I have is congratulations, Kansas City, and congratulations to Outer Banks.
Excited to see what next season brings. Call-up threads worrying as always for us minor league GMs, but it's a happy time for the players.
Hey, you can't say us minor league GMs anymore.
That's right. I guess as of, well, until midnight, you're still a KC
No, I
GM.
already left.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't even get a World Series then, you fool.
Yeah, I did. I got the trophy. I got the screenshot.
Nope, you left. You're gone. That ain't yours no more. Did find it interesting, just to fill some dead space, that our Champions East, I guess not surprising, was the only division in the league with a positive run differential on every team. I think
yeah, I mean, when the
every
division's
other
much better than
division had
everybody
a
else.
team with negative 200 or more,
Yeah, I mean,
and ours lowest was plus 30. I wouldn't have it any other way, though. Keeps the regular season interesting. Although I wouldn't mind that home field advantage might have been good.
all right. Well, thank you, everybody. And we're just uploading the file now.
Oops, I'm going to Discord apparently. That's not what I want.
Oh, you're going to browser Discord.
I guess I copied the channel link and not the URL. Copy. Don't want to blast out our sim settings for everybody. As we finish this upload up. Dude, double media soon. You should ask that question while we had Jay Cortese still on the stream. He's
Yeah,
the
really.
guy who decides those things.
I should have asked him.
Dude, double media, but only if you write about how the demons were robbed. Just because we scored lower than them 4 times doesn't mean we should lose, okay?
Unfortunately, Danny, I believe that that's not how that works. Oh, I'm all over that. Says the Outer Banks player hanging out in chat. Congratulations, awesome.
Congratulations. And there it is. Outer Banks takes title. Tuesday, October 21st, 2042. Congratulations to the Aviators. Congratulations to everybody who took part in Season 26. May it be your worst season, and may every season be better than the last. Mike, parting shots?
Well, goodbye.
We'll see you in Season 27. Peace.